Happy Wednesday, everyone. Tonight, we have a legend with us, a dad,
Legend.
a father, a veteran, a land member, former host of Cali Brick Clique, and current host of Sitting on the Stoop. It is Shy Time is my time. Hello, Shy. How are you?
Hey, thanks for having me. Everyone in the chat, my bad. The tardiness was on me. I
Well,
was stuck in that
important
LA
business.
traffic. It was brutal.
Yeah. Did you have a good time?
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
not in the traffic.
yeah, no, the traffic was just it sucked. I left there like at 4:30, and I still was didn't make it back like within an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Jesus.
Or,
Yeah. Yeah. So who organized that? Was that on
oh,
you?
okay. So for I guess in the chat for what I
Oh,
I
yeah.
was just so I was helping another fellow Lego person within the space. I don't. He doesn't really do YouTube. What's his handle? Like, it's like. Let me just look it up right quick because I know him by Bruce, but his handle is. Ooh, I have to give him a shout out because he's the reason why I was doing this, and I'll explain everything in a moment. Okay, he goes by Cornerstone Brick Designs. He's he does Lego full time, but he's not a social media creator. He does like mocks and stuff, and his work is amazing. Does a lot of architectural stuff, and he gets like hired gigs through companies within Los Angeles who hire him to build them whatever. So does great work. He also does Lego Serious Play, which he goes to like corporations and teaches them like skills using Lego, which is pretty cool. So he had I guess a nudge by another person within the space. He to do something with veterans and try that program out with with veterans or outside the corporate space. And he reached out to me to kind of guide him through dealing with veterans because we're different breed of people. It could be chaotic, it could be control. It's a lot. But so I'm with him on this journey for him to kind of figure this out. The token veteran guy in that little presentation, and I can kind of help him guide, interactions and just dealing with veterans themselves. But today was the first day of that. So it was supposed to be like at noon my time in the Pacific Standard Time, but they moved it to like 3 p.m. my time. So it ended at 4:30. It kept going. I just said I had to leave at 4:30 at the latest, and then I just booked it over here. So I had a great time. It looked like the veterans had an amazing time. Like a lot of them never touched Lego before, and just kind of a lot of them are also homeless or in transition, so they're going through a rough patch in their lives, and this hopefully helps them. Skill building, not like literally with Lego, but like mentally and just all that kind of stuff. So I'm always here for veterans. I do a lot outside. Like I don't I don't push, I don't film it, and I don't take pictures and share it on stories. Like things I do with veterans, it's very intimate and it's mostly held off screen.
Yeah. Well, I'd imagine they appreciate that you respect the privacy and all of that, right?
Yeah,
If they wanted to be on social media, they would probably do it themselves.
exactly.
Right. Yeah. All right. So
Sorry, this is also my first meal of the day. I haven't eaten all day, so there was pizza on the counter, and I just grabbed a slice right quick, and I need to scoop this down because I am almost out of energy.
All right, we'll give you.
I'm sorry. My bad. It's my fault.
No. Hey, man, that shit's important. You can't starve yourself. And then you'll fall asleep after 10 minutes of talking to me.
I got to go back to work after this.
What?
Oh yeah, man. I didn't finish work.
Oh shit! It's work, physical building, or work still at your desk?
Well, that. Sorry, I'm talking. Mind my manners. Talking with a mouthful. No, my normal work day job. Like I had to start at 4 a.m., but I didn't finish before I had to leave. So I have to do some work stuff there, and then I also have a Lego project for Lego that I also need to take care of today, or at least gets almost completed. So not land stuff. It's completely something different. But I'm not going to sleep anytime soon.
No rest for you.
No.
Well, I guess the upside is you're 3 hours backwards, so it's 6 p.m. Right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about all of that and looking at my clock. I'm like, oh no, that sounds awful.
No, my days are literally busy. There's no downtime with me, and it never means more than shy time is my time. It's not really my time at the moment, so
Yeah.
it's shy time is everyone else's time.
Yeah. Well, it's on loan. Hopefully you get it back.
I'll get it back one day,
Yeah.
but it's fine.
There you go.
I signed up for this.
Yep. All right. So let's rewind quite a ways. I don't think I've ever heard your origin story. Did you start with Lego as a kid, or how far back does that go?
So yeah, I've always had Lego as growing up. Like my first, I think I'm told this origin story maybe twice in my life. I don't think I've ever said it much, but in like my 1992, 3, I don't know, first or second grade, I remember. But my mom came home with a Lego set. It was used. It was the Black Knight's Fortress or Castle, the first Black Knight's Castle. That was my first Lego set.
Wow.
So I guess her coworker's kid didn't want it anymore. Like he built it and did nothing with it. I think he dropped it, and then it came in pieces. So they gave that to me, and I built it, and I was just hooked from there. And my mom, although she worked for the medical industry, she wasn't like, it was a single mom. So I barely got Lego like consistently. I had to work for it, like birthday money, like chores, all that kind of stuff. We're helping out around the neighborhood to be able to get cash to get Lego. So I never really got a pretty sizable Lego collection for a kid. But that's all I asked for. Like during the holidays, like when birthday requests, like I just want Lego, just give me Lego. Which was actually still expensive back then. Like back in the early 90s, mid 90s, Lego still wasn't cheap. Although battle packs were like $5. Yeah, that still was not cheap back then. So I still amassed quite a sizable collection. And then like I built my own like little cities. Like what I have here, like this Lego city behind me. Like I built a town and I had a bunk bed. And like in the bunk bed, there were like little city like scapes all over the place. Like even underneath the bottom bunk, you can lift the bed and you can see there's like a huge town underneath. Like this
Awesome.
image of or my imagination of the bunk bed being a mountain. Was what inspired this thing. So like I've always done that. And my wife, then just friend, saw that when I was younger. So like we're high school sweethearts, but like she saw the room, I think her senior year. So because she's a year older than me. So she saw it then. And I was never ashamed of Lego. I loved Lego. I remember like getting we were subscribed to the magazines. I forgot the Maniac magazines. I forgot what they were. But anyways, around like adolescence, I stopped buying heavily. But I still kept building. So I'd still like play with the Lego, but I just wouldn't buy more. Like my money was kind of focused on other things, like going out with friends. Like this is prior phones. I mean, I did have a cell phone, but it was like a Nokia. It wasn't even a flip phone. Like it was a Nokia phone, and it like a digital screen. You would like put them against each other and have them dance around, that type of stuff. Like couldn't do much on them. There's no internet. You just use it to call.
Yep.
So I used money to do stuff out there. I never really like bought more crap. I also got heavily into 40K around that time. So I was painting models. And I was just really heavy, like really busy with school. So I was on the high school dance team. I was on the high school football team. I was in all these clubs. So I just got really busy, but that didn't mean I stopped playing with Lego. It wasn't until I I joined the Marine Corps. So when I joined the Marine Corps, I was like 17 and I just put everything in storage. And we also, like my mom and I we got kicked out because we were renting, and then change of ownership. I guess the bank took over the home and they kicked us out. So I was already leaving for the Marine Corps anyways, and we were needed to find a place to live. So we were technically homeless for like 3 months. We were just like couch surfing with friends until I had to leave for boot camp. And then I just put all my stuff in storage. So that was like everything that I've ever owned was in storage. And then and this is also back before like automatic payments. So I gave my mom like 12 checks. So he's supposed to give them the check every month or mail them the check every month. And let's just say while I was in Iraq on that second to last payment, she just missed the payment. Not because she used it or something like that. She just busy, right? She just got a new place to live. She was excited for me to come home, and like she just missed it. So they were trying to contact me and didn't call her. Obviously, I don't have a phone on me while I'm in Iraq, and then they auctioned it all off. So my entire leg collection, my Warhammer 40K, all my gaming, like my 151 Pokemon cards, the original. I had every single Pokemon card, plus like the Charizard that everybody like that's just super expensive nowadays. I had the hologram Charizard, like number 4. I had my violin, which was over 100 years old. Drums. I had a bunch of crap that are worth a lot of money. And obviously my entire Lego collection. So I went there to open the lock, and the lock was different. And I'm like, what's happening? And then I went to the front desk, like, oh no, we got rid of your stuff like a month and a half ago. And I just let them rip. I just destroy them. I'm like, you guys are under order. This is I left. I was this was illegal. You guys couldn't do this. And they did it anyways. Long story short, I couldn't get anything. I'm like, can I just have my photos? Can you get me in contact with the person who has it? And I just want memories. I just want videos, photos, birth certificates, anything that's not like I can't replace. And they're like, sorry, they probably threw it all out, which they did. And obviously they made a money killing on everything else. That made me stop getting it. That killed my Pokemon fandom. That killed my Lego fandom. That killed me playing instruments. That just everything that I was into in high school, it was just gone. Like I didn't really like do anything as far as what I used to love in like high school. Like that included dancing. Like I used to dance. Like our team was a nationally ranked team. So I everything I loved in high school is gone. So it really took what was that? That was in 2006, 2005? No, 2006. Yeah, so 2006 that happened. And then I never touched Lego again for another 11 years. So back in 2017, when my son was born, that's when I got back into it. And that was like, I always walked by the Lego store. And that was back when there was only like 8 in the entire country. And I always was fascinated by the modular. I remember vividly seeing the Cafe Corner for the first time, Green Grocer for the first time, so forth and so forth. But I never had the courage to go back in there because I was still hurt. I mean, I'm still hurt to this day, obviously, but I'm slowly amassing everything that I've lost. Aside from the 40K stuff, I won't pay for that, or I won't paint anymore. And then my instruments, I haven't touched a violin since. So, and I got a piano. I was able to recover a piano because I didn't put that in storage. I left that in a friend's house, so I still have that, but I don't play it. Like there's no love for it anymore. But I got back to Lego because of my kid. I'm like, let me just go in to the Lego store. And then I was like, you know what? I love these modulars. I'm gonna buy one. So I bought my first modular I ever bought, or my first Lego set I ever bought since I'm coming back in was Parisian Restaurant, and I also bought Sunby Square like at the same time. So within a couple days, I built both of them, and I was hooked. That was it. It was over. And I used my son as the excuse to get it, and he was one. Like he wasn't gonna build with me. Like I used him as an excuse. And I know a lot of parents do the same thing. Like a lot of fathers go in there and like, oh, I'm gonna just do this with my son. Your son's like 4 months old. You're not gonna build that with your kid. But after that, I just bought every modular that was on the shelf. And that was when I think like Brick Bank and like Detective's Office, I kind of held out on those like last, and then they retired. And I was like, oh crap, I didn't buy them. But I went back and I bought it like right away, like on Amazon. So it wasn't really that bad. And then I started going backwards and getting all the older stuff that retired on Amazon. Stupid mistake. But they weren't that bad. The pricing weren't they weren't eye gouging. It was just like an extra like $80 to $100 per set, and this is still prior COVID, so the aftermarket wasn't that bad. And then I discovered Bricklink, and then I went on eBay, and that's when I started getting all the other modulars at a more affordable, I guess, price. And the last 3 sets or last 2 sets before the Market Street, I got Green Grocer and Cafe Corner used for $300. Nice. So you can't do that nowadays. Yeah, for both 300, 150 each. Yeah, that you can't do that anymore. And I recently, I guess like last year or year before last, I don't remember when I do that video. I don't remember. Early last year, 2024, I got Market Street used online, and that was like $650 for a used one, which is pretty good. But that stupid little set is the most expensive modular I've ever purchased.
Wow.
So it was worth $70, $80 when it retailed, $80, and I bought it for $6. That's like the best return out of every single module. You can get a used Cafe Corner and Greengrocer for like, maybe $1,000 now, but it retailed for like, almost 200, like 100 and some dollars. Whereas Market Street brand new is like $3,000. And like it's sold for 70. So that's the best return out there. So as much as you want to hate on Market Street out there, anyone, you city builders, Market Street is probably the most valued modular out of the entire collection. But for the most part, that was pretty much what got me into Lego. And I didn't really like know any of this existed. So that's the fun part.
How did you find out about all of this?
It was. Are you familiar? Or I'm sure there are a lot of people in the chat that might know who this guy is. Greg, not London Bridge Bricks. I'm talking about Greg from Brickitect. He doesn't post much Lego recently, but he used to be one of the bigger Lego YouTubers when I came around. Now, I didn't follow him on Brickitect. I actually followed him through his normal channel, his family channel. Why is he normal channel? Greg's World. He just recently hit 1 million, so congratulations on that one,
wow.
Greg. So I follow him with that, and then I noticed because I used to watch his like puppy videos, because it was at first it was just him and his wife, and they got a dog, and then they were rebuilding their house. So that's how I found them. And then he had a son, and then I had a son shortly after. So just kind of good timing for the content I wanted to watch. And then he loves Lego, and at the same time I got into Lego. And then he created a Lego YouTube channel. Like I didn't know he actually did that because I don't watch every single video because he posts like literally a lot. And then I follow him on Brickitect, and he's technically one of the first, if the first Lego YouTuber I followed. And that's how the algorithm, I discovered everybody else. Like the next person online was Ryan. M&R Bricks, M&R Productions, and then Just Too Good. So and then Jang Bricks, and then you start listing the names. Brother from Another Brick, there's another one. So one day Greg was like to his audience on YouTube, on his Brickitect channel, was like, you should start, like to his audience, not just me directly, but everybody, you should start a YouTube channel. So I was like, I should start a Lego YouTube channel. So then that's how it pretty much started. Like I was always into filming stuff. Like film was going to be my thing. Like I love filming back then. I used to document our entire lives. That's why I still kind of have footage from, prior high school, like prior military, like, cause I kept some of that. But I just like making videos. And even when I was in the military, in the Marine Corps, like I used to make moto videos, which used to be a thing back then. It was like you just do this like montage of video footage you do in your deployments, and you just kind of show it off. And in Afghanistan, like in Iraq, I did the same thing. I made like videos for our families, like, hey, just send this to your family, and then they'll appreciate it. There's nothing it's R-rated, but there's nothing gory or that's inappropriate to be able to show your family. So they would do that, send it home, so then their families can be like, oh, cool, they're alive. So I used to make stuff like that. And then even into the biker world, like I would make videos for the biker world. So it only came natural to want to make a YouTube video. Like I even wanted to be in film. Like I applied to go to USC film school, which was one of the hardest film schools in the nation, and I didn't get in because they only allowed like 5 people in there. But like long story short, I wanted to do something with a video camera. And doing a video like what I was doing before and then doing a YouTube video are completely different things. Like you could be a great videographer and create some really cool music videos, but if nobody cares to watch it, you're not going to do good on YouTube. So there's a different type of thing within this space to make someone successful. And so yeah, that's how I started a YouTube channel. I just started crap. It was crap content. Still is horrible content. I don't recommend going all the way back there, but you can. It's pretty bad. So yeah, that's how I started ShyTimeIsMyTime. And ShyTimeIsMyTime has actually always been a handle for me since like AIM. That's AOL Instant Messenger. I don't know if anyone remembers that.
I remember it well.
Yeah, well then that's I used to have ShyTime is my time. I added Brick to that, and then because everybody had Bricksters. Oh look, Brick Dynasty. I'm sorry, man, but
That's
I was
cool.
just like, I don't want to be a brick like everybody else. So I took that out and I just kept ShyTime is my time, back reverting back to how it was. So that's how that came about.
Amazing.
I'm here.
So when you were recording in the military, that was all on actual tape, right?
Not that old.
Well, I mean that wasn't
That was
all
high school.
digital
That was
already,
high school.
was
It was the little tape.
Yeah.
So like, because I graduated in 04. So like in high school and middle school, I would record on a video camera with like tape. But what I did with Iraq, that was the first like digital cameras, and that's
Okay.
how I was able to record digitally, like on a kind of a like a drive kind of thing. Like you still have to plug it into something to be able to get that information out, and that's how I was able to record a mass worth of footage. So
Okay.
that wasn't tape.
Okay. All right. So primitive digital.
Primitive, yeah, it was hardcore primitive. Like it was horrible. Like it wasn't even remotely close to the visuals that you can see today. It was all pixelated, like less than 480p. It was bad, but it kind of makes for good aesthetic if I were to use it nowadays. And I've come to use some of that footage, on some of my content every now and then. So it's a good thing to pull out.
It's amazing you've been able to hang on to that and still use it. That's so good.
Because I've since I lost everything, the only reason why I had that with me is because I took a lot of that with me to Iraq because I wanted to watch home. Like that's why I still had some of that footage. So that's all I have from high school is like the stuff that I've recorded. And since then, I am so paranoid that I'm gonna lose stuff that everything that I record, even to this day, is put on 2 hard drives and the cloud in case I lose anything. And I still lose stuff. Like for some reason, it still happens. So, I just want to like as much as I can, save as much as I can. So I'm paranoid.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that anything digital is even real. So it doesn't matter how many copies you have. If something goes missing, it's
gone.
I'm not surprised because I'm not confident it was even there. Yeah, it's weird not being able to see the things you do.
Yeah.
CD you could hold.
Yes. I remember the CD thing. Like I used to put all the old. That's the reason why that's what I did. Like I put everything on a recordable DVD. So I used to DVD-R all the time, all the footage I had from high school. So I put all that tape onto DVDs, and I could be able to watch them when I was a kid in Iraq. So that's the reason why I have that. I've recently, as in like 3 or 4 years ago, put them like into like file format, so I don't have to like go to a DVD player and watch it. I can actually just click little clips here and there, and it's just funny how that works. So now I have all that at my disposal very easily.
Awesome. So it just kind of hit me here. You said you enlisted at 17. How does that work?
So you can listen to the military when you're 17 and a half. Oh, sorry, just kidding. You have to go to boot camp at 17 and a half, I think, at the time. But you can enlist when you're 17, but you have to have your parents' signature to be able to do that. So my parents had to sign my life away. And if they weren't going to do it, I was just going to wait till I was 18 and do it. So it's like, you want me to go or not? And this was like back when it was like, this is like right after the Iraqi invasion. So like, I already knew I was gonna join the military. That's the thing. Like it's like family tradition for all the men in my family to do it, and obviously a lot of the women have done it too in my family. So we've had in my family have had members in the military since like World War II, and for being someone of color, me being half black, and a lot of them on that side dealing with what they had to deal with and being in the military, like it's just I wanted to continue that. I don't expect my kids to do that, but I wanted to do it. No one was a Marine. And when I asked my dad what a Marine was, and he just said they guarded ships, I kind of looked into it. And because of Independence Day, the movie with Will Smith, that is the reason why I joined the Marine Corps. And that was the reason why I wanted to be a pilot. So I remember when I was like 12, or I went to a recruiter's office. I'm like, what do I need to do to be a fighter pilot in the military? And they're like, well, you need really good grades and you can't be broken. I'm like, what? Because I'm like, I'm joining a football team, whatever. Like, no. do not join the football team because if you break an arm, you're screwed. I'm like, whatever. So I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't listen to him. I still joined the football team, but the plan was for me to go to college and go to OCS and then become an officer and do all that kind of stuff. That's what my father wanted me to do. And then 9/11 happened. So because 9/11, and then a lot of my friends actually joined the Marine Corps like immediately after graduating high school. You know, some of them went with the initial push into Iraq. Some of them joined right afterwards. Some of them were in the Battle of Fallujah. I wanted to follow through and I wanted to fight. I didn't want to wait another 4 years after college and then try to at least make it at the time, which I would have made it there anyways, based on how long that war went. But I like made a compromise. I'm like, my dad was like, okay. I went into the recruiter's office and I was like, I want to go active duty infantry. But because my parents had to sign, my dad was like, no, you're going to be the first, my last name, in the family to be an officer. If you become an officer first, you could join the infantry. I'm like, So then I asked my recruiter, I'm like, what's the next best thing? Like radar operator, they can go to infantry units. I'm like, okay, how about radar operator? So my dad was like, fine, but you have to go reserve. And I'm like, oh. So then I secretly went to the recruiter. I'm like, who's deploying? Like, who's fighting next? Because reserve units know when they're leaving. And he was like, well, if you go to this unit or this unit and this unit, they're leaving within the next 6 months. And they should be leaving as soon as you check in. So I did my boot. I'm like, sign me up. That's where I'm going. So then I went to boot camp. I went to Marine combat training after that. Then I went to my MOS school. As soon as I checked in, they're like, you're going to Iraq. I'm like, yes. So
wow.
Yeah, shortly afterwards in 2005, like we went, like literally I checked in like a day in. We got the order, so they were going to Iraq. So I was the youngest Marine in Iraq in 2005. The only reason why I know that is because we have what's called a Marine Corps birthday, and we do this whole spiel, whether you're over there or at home. If it's at home, it's more like a ball, so it's pretty cool. Feels like going to prom again. If you're over there, you're gonna have a little ceremony if you're safe. If it's not safe, someone's gonna low crawl you and give you a cake. So I've had both experiences. So it's kind of funny. But in Iraq, or at least one part of the ceremony is the youngest. So the commander will cut a piece of the cake, hand it to the oldest Marine, and then the oldest Marine will hand it to the youngest Marine as a symbolic gesture of knowledge passed from one generation to the other. And I was that Marine for not only my company, which is like 133 Marines, to my battalion, which is like 4 of those companies, and then the entire MEF, which is the Marine Expeditionary Force in Iraq at the time. I wasn't chosen to do the cake cutting for the entire MEF, but the one thing what they do is that they say the birthday of the oldest Marine, they say the birthday of the youngest Marine, and I was younger than the youngest Marine in the first MEF by 2 months. So, and it's kind of funny today, like now that I'm way older, like 20 years older, where I'm at a Marine Corps ball, and then we hear the last ball I went to, which was like a few years ago, you hear the birthday of the youngest Marine, and it's shocking. Like a few years ago, it was like December 4th, 2004. And I'm like, that's when I graduated boot camp. That was when you were born.
Oh yeah.
I feel old.
Yeah.
So I was the youngest one in Iraq for sure. Not something I'm proud of. I guess I am proud of that. I mean, is it something to be proud of? I was just young. So I got my Marine Corps life pretty early. So I did 8 years, 4 years of active duty, 4 years reserve, and then because obviously I went to Afghanistan too. I got out in 2012, so I was 23 years old, 24. I don't know.
Still had your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah, I was lost. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
So you said you were high school sweethearts with your wife. Did you have to reconnect with her after the service, or were you guys together the whole time?
We were together for most of it. We got together back in 2002 as high school sweethearts. Like her senior year, my junior year, she stuck with me through her, like first year of college, and then me in Marine Corps. She stuck with me through Iraq, and then in between Iraq and Afghanistan. So in between 2005 and 2009, I wasn't there. I was like mentally checked out. Like I went to war at 18 years old and saw some shit that no kids should see. So I just wasn't there, and it's my fault. So she broke up with me. So that's kind of when we had like our college freedom, I guess you would say. And then we kind of we never really like let go, like not kept in touch, but we still did, and inevitably I came to it. And then right before I left for Afghanistan, she got back with me, and then we've been together ever since.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
amazing. What a great story.
It's not common to have, I get so happy when I see couples out there that have been together for so long, especially since high school. It's very rare, sadly.
Yeah, it's my little sister started dating her now husband in junior year of high school, and she's 38 now, and
she's married,
2 kids. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, same situation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is rare. It's fantastic.
What's funny is like we have like a couple friends within our class, that are still the same. And it's just like, is it just because where we were raised, or are we just like special here? Because I don't see this anywhere else. You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird, but it's fun. It's fun to see, and I get happy to hear stories like that with your sister, like with that relationships can last that long, and it's good to see. It takes work. Any relationships work. It's not like it's great 24/7. Like we have our rough patches, but we make it through.
Yeah. And you had some pretty good obstacles early on there.
Yeah,
it was
pretty jacked up. It wasn't fair to her, that's for sure.
So I'm guessing here that having her around when you came back the second time helped with recovery quite a bit.
It definitely helped me, like, kept my humanity, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. I didn't have her, I don't know where I'd be. I did have quite some dark times, and I still do every now and then. I'm not gonna get into that. I had to go through a lot of therapy. I'm medicated for it sometimes, but it's not easy. I still fight those demons.
I can't imagine, but it takes a special human being to do what you did, and people like you were the reason that we're able to do things like play with children's toys as adults.
I appreciate that. I mean, all I do is smile, smile my way through it all, and then hopefully it either hides what's going on within me, or pulls me out of what I'm doing in my mind.
So does Lego help with that at all? Is there a connection between the two?
Yes, Lego definitely helps. I mean, if it wasn't for Lego, I wouldn't know where I'd be. Like the motorcycle was that escape for me for a very long time. Before I had children, I started a motorcycle club, which the motorcycle community isn't a very forgiving one. It's a very, very physical and can be very rough. The MC world, the motorcycle club world. So if anyone out there thinking about joining a motorcycle club, if you think joining that is freedom, no, it's not. It's the opposite of that. So like, I don't tell people to join them if you don't need to. But I started that with a lot of my, brothers from the Marine Corps, and we started a little motorcycle club, and then it kind of grew. Like it blew up. Like it's all over Southern California. Now we're opening up in Arizona. We have members throughout the United States, and just kind of that distraction of kind of holding people together, like because there's always a thing when you have friends, no matter what it is. We say we're gonna be friends forever, and then we kind of just grow apart. That just happens in every group of people, right? Because things happen, you move away, blah 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 blah. So it's always hard to hold people together, and that took a lot out of me, was just holding people together. And look, and these are other veterans too, so they're going through their own, and I'm trying to like kind of help them out, make sure they're okay, their families are okay, all that kind of stuff. And then obviously riding motorcycles is not a safe thing. It's a very dangerous hobby. And for a while, all I had was a motorcycle. Like I had an RX-8, so I used to drift cars. So I used to fix up and drift cars. And then I sold my RX-8 to buy my wife's engagement ring. And because I sold my car, I only have a motorcycle. So for a good 5 years, during my college life, Like all I had was my motorcycle. Like I would go to work because I worked full time, and then I went to school full time. So like I had to, and I commuted to college. Like it's not like I was close by. Like I would literally after work go home, like do my homework for 2 hours, wake up in 3 hours, go to school, go to work, go home, vice versa. This giant triangle on my motorcycle all over Los Angeles. And then there were times when I would like literally start to fall asleep on a motorcycle. Like that's very hard to do. That's how tired I was. But you know, after a while of living through the MC life, living through just being a biker at like 24/7, although it was I know I kind of diverted. It was a huge escape. It definitely kept me sane. Because when you're riding a motorcycle, it's very like you have to focus on something. Like if you don't focus, you're gonna die.
Yep.
So in California, we can lane split here. It's legal. So back then, it wasn't illegal or it wasn't legal. It just you can do it though. Now it's legal officially, but you used to lane split, and if you don't pay attention, someone's gonna hit you because they're not paying attention. So you're always focusing. That helped me a lot. Like being around my motorcycle club helped me a lot because I'm never alone. You know what I mean? Like I'm always around people, and it's because of those people that I got help. That I went to go see a therapist. I went to go see a psychiatrist. Like I went to go get help. If I didn't have that, community, I'd be effed right now. Because there's a lot of things I won't even tell my wife. Like it took me, I think, like 12 years before I said something to her. Like what really eats me up inside. So, but them, they've done this. They know what's eating me up. They know when I'm like not truly there. I'm there, but I'm not truly there. So they know how to snap me out of it. But it wasn't until my son was born where I ended up buying a car because I didn't have a choice. And then I started, although it's great being a new father, I started getting those demons back because I don't have that distraction again.
You just killed my headphones.
Uh-oh. You can't hear me, guys. Well, while he figures that out, Osif Safety is Shy's middle name. No, it's not. What's going on, Brick Dad's builds? What's going on? Who's up there? Tadashi, what's going on? Liam, how's it going? Oh, look, there's Mrs. Brick Dynasty. How's it going? Crimson Toaster. Who else is out there? Smoky Smokes, Clever Pig, Hive. How's it going? Oaktown. How's it going? I'm just going up all the way. Moments. How's it going? Moments. So yeah. I don't know. Can you hear me now? You still can't hear me. He's still on mute. He's still on mute. Yeah, crazy here. You had RS. Yeah, man. Like, oh, okay, clever. Hey, look, I know you love cars, but yeah, I had an RX-8. I like fixed it up. I'll send you a photo. I'll DM you a photo. Remind me. I'll send you a photo of what it is. But I used to drift it. It was my baby. Like I used to love I used to love manual. I forgot I said that. I miss driving stick shift. Like I miss being a part of it. Luckily, I can still get it with like the Harley. But all right, are we back? Can you hear me now? What's up, Nate Builds? How's it going? He's going. He's still figuring that out. Yeah. Brick Dad says, my first bike was a YZF 50, then a 600. Hey, you gotta start somewhere. What's going on? Okay, we're good.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No worries. Where was I? Oh, Lego. So I used to because I didn't have that like motorcycle kind of keep my mind, focused. I started kind of drifting out in dark ways, not purposely. It would just go that way. So when I got Lego, that's walking to that Lego store, buying those 2 sets, that joy of like satisfaction of accomplishment and focus was so refreshing. So that has been my medicine for the most part. And like my wife rather have me spend all this money and build all this than me being on the bike 24/7. That doesn't mean I don't ride. I still do. I ride a lot. I just don't ride as much as I used to 7 days a week, to and from A to B everywhere, getting food. Like I'd buy beer, put it on my lap and ride. Obviously I want to be drinking and driving, but that's because I can't carry it anywhere. Like I would use my lap as places to be able to go shopping and stuff like that. But I'm good now.
Wow.
I have a good balance. It took me like more recently, a couple years ago, where I have a good balance on everything. And now because I'm in this position, especially with, my income at work, where I'm at on YouTube, where am I in my life as a father, as a husband, like I try to give back as much as I can. So
amazing. All right. So you get into Lego, you find Brick Attack. Is that how you say it? Said it? Okay. And
Look him up.
then
He
you
still
get
does stuff.
okay. And then you get started doing your own thing. How long
Mhm.
before you started Cali Brick Clique? That wasn't that big of a gap, right?
No, COVID.
Okay. So it was a
COVID was
year or so.
yeah.
Okay.
I would think like a year. Yeah, a year in.
Okay.
So I used to listen to Brick. So like again, when I started watching Brick Attack, Greg, uh, that's how I discovered Just Too Good and Ryan, and they had their own podcast. Um, and it was every Sunday. It was hosted by Ryan. They had guests on every. Oh my god, what did I forget the podcast name? Bricks and Bits. It was called Bricks and Bits. He hid all of it now, so you won't be able to find any of it. But I used to listen to that religiously. And this is also back when Ryan did like a news thing. Like he had like a little his Hawaiian shirt, just like telling news. But I used to listen to that religiously. And that's how like that was also around the time I started listening to podcasts. So that kind of like was a good thing. And then it ended. And there was nothing out there. What's up, Coop? There was literally nothing out there as far as a show. And I wanted that to like come back. So I'm like, okay, well then let me do it. So I asked a brother from the Brick who I mentioned earlier, I'm like, hey, I want to start a podcast. I know you do too. Let's start one. And I remember like when us trying to like go through other people because we're like, we need at least 3 or 4 people. And we were like, who can we ask? And I'm gonna say this now because it's been so far out. But I remember him saying, and I saying, we kind of both came to the conclusion, hey, let's ask Emma Source. This is back when she only had like 1,500 followers. Like, she hasn't done much, but like, there's just something about her personality that's very gravitating. And we were like, let me just ask her. And she hardcore rejected it, but rightfully so. It was a good decision because that's when we went nowhere. So we went nowhere, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just start my own thing. So then I have another buddy named Ninja with the Bricks. He hasn't done much lately. He's kind of been really busy lately. And then I discovered Claire the Plastic Architect on one of Ryan's second podcast that he did. He made another podcast during COVID back in like 2020, where like it was just him and another dude, and they were just talking. And that's when I discovered Claire, because he used to get really political, not intentionally. It's just the things that his co-host was saying was just kind of like triggering to a lot of people. And that's how I discovered Claire the Plastic Architect. She would get on that chat and was talking a lot of trash. And I'm like, who is this person? So then because being a mod on Ryan's channel, I could click on the profile and look at it. So I looked it up. I'm like, oh, it's a chick. And then like she was just saying some like really things that she's from California. I'm from California, so we have similar views. So I was just like, okay, this person sounds cool. And then I don't remember the gist of it, like how it happened, but I messaged her saying what I wanted to do. I introduced her to Ninja. We started Cali Brick Clique, and the first 10 episodes were literally us BSing, trying to figure out what this was. And at the time, if you go back to those archaic episodes of the show, we were talking about political stuff. We were talking about what's going on in that life. And it's kind of funny listening to this day, like, oh my God, why we were saying these things online? Why? But ultimately, those first 10 episodes, it kind of got us used to each other, because we spoken to each other, but we're not used to speaking as a group. And then until we got comfortable, that's when we started being like, okay, let's invite guests. So I remember, Hive being one of the first guests. Shout out to Brick Hive. So Brandon being one of the first guests, he was on there. And then another, we just started asking immediate friends that we can reach and talk to. So they were like our first guest. And then after a while, it was like, okay, we ran out of friends. Start going outwards. Let's go friends of friends. And we started going outwards over, and then we started like talking to all of them. And I'm like, oh crap, we ran out of people to talk about. And then it kind of mimicked into like what about that person is like so makes them cool to content creation. So that kind of shifted the focus into like what makes your channel cool and amazing, and how to grow and kind of learn things. And then we started reaching out to people that we didn't think was ever gonna say yes to us. And then it just became what it is. That was back when Jang even was what he had today. This is like literally day after, because the days in the months before Cali Brick Clique, and years before Cali Brick, I'm sorry, Jang never showed his face. And maybe every now and then he would, but mainly it was his voice and his hands. Until like Kappa, then he started showing his face. And then he, during COVID, it was kind of hard to get stuff. So then he started doing things with streaming and shows. So he wanted to come on to, one, talk to other people, and two, to kind of figure out how to best incorporate himself into it, because we were confused, because he reached out to us. We're like, dude, hey, Jang Bricks is reaching out to us. What do we do? We say yes. He didn't feel reachable and attainable at the time. It was just like, he's Jang Bricks, like, oh God. So that was also at the same time when we just had video chats. So like, that's when we started befriending, like not only Ryan, but Emily, Ross, all like that, like Sands. That's how we all kind of get to know each other. We just have video calls. And Hive, Brick Hive, he was a good facilitator of these, what would be a call, but he just made them live. Like he would just, the old school Brick Hives, they were, or the old school, like, like he mentioned last week with Good Morning Brick World, this little like, or Hive Rants, whatever the OG version of that, the Hive stream, there it is, the Hive stream.
Yeah. He
would just turn it on, and if you were there in the chat, he'd send you a link. He'd jump on, and we just hang out for like hours. And then sometimes those would end, and we'd just still be hanging out just in the backstage. So that's how our friendship grew. And then that's how I was able to like kind of network a little bit and then gain more people into Cali Brick Clique. And then it just kind of became a staple at that point until it ended. Yeah.
Now that was a mutual agreement towards the end there. It sounded like.
It definitely ended mutually. Like, I think there was like one point where like Claire was like, I'm over this. And I'm like, oh, thank God.
Well, it was a lot of work for you, right?
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of work for, because those were weekly. So we'd record Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then by Thursday, I had to get it out. And I had I have rules to my edit. So like an easy rule that I inevitably used was like, if one of us got up and walked off the screen, I cut it out. Like you wouldn't see her. I just zoom into either Ninja doesn't show himself, so I'm obviously talking about Claire when she gets up and walks out, or even I get up and walk out. Like I cut us out, so it's just the guest or one of the other hosts that are talking. So I would have different rules like that. And when it got to the end of it, like I had all these rules, and it just took me longer and longer to post, and just got really, tedious. So I was like trying to get to 3 years and call it quits, or at least try to, kind of wind it down. Until Claire was like, I think we should stop. And I'm like, me too. So that's how it ended. But luckily at the same time, like there were already some good shows that people can fall back on. There was a couple of, look, Sean, I was like about to mention right now, there was a couple of Brickheads that was in its infancy. Like it was starting to gain serious momentum. There was obviously Good Morning Brick World. There was, London Calling. Like there were so many other shows that people can like listen to. Now there's shows everywhere. They can literally tune into anything and you'll find something. So on Instagram, YouTube, or Twitch, wherever. So I think at the time when we wanted to end it, that was like, this is a good good time to stop.
Yeah, that was a hell of a show. So that was my introduction to the Lego community as a whole. So I had no awareness that there were actually like real people in the Lego community. I figured it was just a bunch of dorks, whatever. And then it was the 99th episode of Cali Brick Clique. So that was the first one I ever heard. And it's like, wait a minute, this is like an actual guy in like real people. And that episode was with Sands.
Yes.
And it was like, okay, well, Sands was a little more of what I expected from the Lego community, which isn't a shot to him in any kind of way, but he's a unique individual.
He is. Sands he has a big heart. For those that don't know him, he's a good guy.
He's a hell of a Lego historian too. I mean,
definitely. He knows a lot about Lego.
Yep. Yeah, and so I listened to that. Then I went back and heard the first few episodes. I was
Oh
like, wait a
gosh,
minute, this is a whole different thing here.
my bad.
And no, I got through them, and then I just most of my day I work alone, so it was great to be able to just kind of, I don't know, basically binge the show, and just learned about all of these people. And that's how I found ACOB, and it's like, holy shit, these are actually like more guys in, into this kid's toy. Like, what's going on here? This is unbelievable. Yeah, it was exactly the introduction I needed, or
Sweet.
yeah, that had to happen.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that support, dude. Like I did.
Yep.
It's funny when people bring up Cali Brick Clique because I feel like that's so long ago now. You know, it's been a while since that sunsetted. So much has happened in the community since. You know.
Yep.
So when anyone brings that up, I still have like tremendous love for that project, and I miss the weekly check-ins with Ninja and Claire. You know, like both of them are doing their own things right now. I know I talk to Claire a lot, not as much as I used to, but she's doing good, and like she just posted a video, so everyone watch that. It's a pretty good one. Like she because of her, like I learned a load about content creation because everyone we brought on just added something new and special to what makes them successful. So with all that knowledge, I'm like, I should probably be doing something with it. And I didn't. Like I just I still have it, but like I know what works and what doesn't, and why I suck and why I have some success. So, but I learned a lot from that podcast.
Yeah. I mean, Claire was the content therapist.
Yeah, she definitely is. She still is. So appreciate her for that.
Yeah, it's her perspective has not been replaced. There's a giant hole out there. Hopefully somebody can fill at some point.
I would think so, but she's still around. It's not like she's completely gone.
Yep. Yeah. Now we just have to wait for the sporadic micro builds that she does. The micro city.
Micro city, yes. But it's funny when you think about it. Like, not this doesn't apply to Claire. I'm talking about like other channels since that channel, since Cali Brick Clique have disappeared.
Yep.
But there's so many more that have like showed up, and it's like it's a constant rotation of who's gonna stick around and who's not. And I get really excited to like see people like that I recognize on like the comments of Cali Brick Clique still doing stuff. And it saddens me like having guests that we had on really gone. So
yeah, that's weird.
That's just life, man.
Quite a few have also changed their names.
Oh yeah, quite a few.
There.
A bunch of them.
Yeah, I remember searching for a couple of them, and it was like, okay, well, they don't exist, and then they're just under a different name.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what Nicole was at the beginning?
Girl Bricks a lot.
Yeah, I feel like she had a different name. Yeah, her.
I mean, every time I want to like think, I think it's like Nally ass. Thanks to
yes, yep. yeah, that's what it was.
I could have sworn something else, but I don't know. I don't remember clearly. What was it?
Yeah,
she had like two different handles. She had one for Instagram and one for YouTube.
Yeah,
I think Girl Bricks a lot just stuck. I don't know. Sean should know that answer.
Yeah, I forget exactly how you spell it, but yeah, it was like an actual name.
Yeah, it was. I just call it
or a combination of names.
Sean's one that couple of brickheads.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuck, and then she changed it, and now she's just one brand.
Yeah. Holly changed twice.
Yeah, Potter Minifig Pals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Holly on film. What was that before? I forgot. What was it?
Wasn't she or maybe it was a second channel. It was Holly on something else. I thought she had going on.
She has another channel that she posts other stuff, like her other passions. So
okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that gets very confusing to me. I'm not so smart. So if you have a name like, Holly on film and then, I don't know, Holly on paper or something, I'm never going to remember both. So,
Yeah, I get it. I get it. At least her channels are consistent as far as name. Like there's a Holly
yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
her.
I guess Sarah does that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same kind of
Oh
deal.
yeah, she definitely does. At least it sticks on brands like just to something, So at least it makes sense with her. So as long as there's some cohesiveness, then it makes sense. There are people though that I've noticed like on Instagram who don't do that, and then they have like 3 different channels that you would never think are like connected in any. I mean, or the same person, but they are, and it's in like a fandom that's not even Lego, and they're like hardcore successful in that other thing. Like, just using Brick Tech as an example, like Brick Tech is Greg, right? Brick Tech does not match his actual channel, the Greg's World. It's totally 2 different names, 2 different like brands. So it's not even cohesive in any way, but they're successful in their own right. And you would never know that Greg's World existed if you knew him as Brick Tech first, unless he mentions it.
Wild. Well, I mean, I guess with the algorithm, if you tried to put both things on the same channel, it would never work.
Right? No, it would never work. I mean, yeah, exactly. If you want to think longevity, if you want to actually play to the algorithm, like you need to be consistent. I'm not consistent. I throw a bunch of random things in my channel. It's very niche to the community. Like it's not fast paced. Every video, every thumbnail looks the same. You know what you're gonna get when you watch a video. It's not like I'll throw a cast video, I'll throw like a commentary video, I'll throw like whatever video, or just because I feel like throwing it. Now I do switch, like I won't put my podcast on my channel, so I do have that separation. Yep. So Sitting on a Stoop, Cali Brick Clique, they're on its own entity.
So did Sitting on a Stoop, was that that idea kind of floating around in your head during Cali Brick Clique, or was that actually just no?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Now that was something. Well, because when it ended, there was like a little hole like that I wanted to fill. Although I was sad that it ended, I didn't want it to end. But I just wanted to, play it by my own rules. Like I kind of want to do it on my own pace, and I still do. It's on my own pace. Like I have like 7 episodes I need to drop, and I'm like, oh, I'll get to it when I get to it. I probably shouldn't be doing that because I know these people that come on, the homies that have Down on the Soup, they're waiting on these videos, Hive included. So I should probably get on that, but I don't want it to stress me out as much as it did with Cali Brick Clique. So that's why it's like I post it when I feel like posting it, when I need to post it. So I wanted to continue that, and and how to do it differently. Well, it's to do it in person. I think that's the only thing that I have different in comparison to everybody else's, is that I won't do this. Well, no offense. I'll do an actual podcast sitting with you because there's just something different about having a show where you're going on, you're kind of going back and forth with the emotion of that person's facial feature, like you're reacting to each other in real time versus in that recorded real time, not real time like this, as opposed to this gap that we have in between us from wherever we're at. So I felt like there wasn't that much of that. There are some, but it's in a studio and it's stuck in one place and it kind of it's here or there. This one I just wanted to be like, it drops, hopefully you appreciate it. So it seems it has some love, so I'm happy that people are enjoying it. It took Lego notice it, they like it, so I'm like, okay, that's cool, I'll run with that.
Now help me with the timeline here. Actually I know how that works. You didn't become an ambassador until you were already a bunch of episodes in. So did they see the show prior to you getting in?
Yeah. Okay. I found out in Brick World 2024 at Brick World. And then I didn't really know that they watched the show until someone told me, one of the representatives showed up. It's like, hey, you have some fans in Billund. Can I have an extra one of your bricks? And I'm like, okay. So I gave them bricks, and then they reached out individually after I got in saying, hey, we're a big fan of the show, Sitting on a Stoop. And I'm like, really? Really? Awesome. It's like at the time, like nobody's following it, no one's watching it. It's just like a small thing. They're like, no, it's really cool. We just keep doing that. And we're like, all right. So Yeah, apparently there's a bunch of people in Lego that enjoy watching Sauce.
Cool.
So I'll run with that.
How do they feel about the aftermarket stuff? Those episodes.
Oh no, they don't mind it at all. It's just good insight.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not like it's they want to know stuff like that. And a lot of them are Lego fans. A lot of them are in the community, like paying attention. Now, as much as can they impact what we tell them? Probably not, but they still listen and they appreciate the fandom as what it is. So, you know, me talking about Brickmania, me talking about like military custom Lego stuff or other custom Lego stuff, they have no problem with it. At least they haven't mentioned it to me. They don't want to censor me. That because the one stipulation that I brought to their attention immediately when I found out at Brick World, because the way I found a Brick World is like, I think you're in without telling me that I'm in. You know what I mean? They kind of gave me that, like, you have nothing to worry about without telling me I'm in. So I was just like, can I wear this hat? Because that answer was going to determine whether or not I stick around or I reject it or actually go forward with it. And they're like, yeah, go ahead. We appreciate our veterans. We don't want you to change a thing. And then that was it.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So that was a big, I never thought I would hear Lego ever say that. So they don't want to censor my stuff. And yeah, I'm not doing any of that. But you know, the land process, it was my third try. The first round that I went in, like, it was very heavily Brickmania, heavily custom military. And I had a conversation when I got in, like, about all that. And she was just like, at the first attempt, yeah, that's all we saw. And it doesn't make sense. But now that it's kind of here or there, sprinkled in every now and then, it's fine. It's just as long as it doesn't dominate the channel. Because yeah, otherwise it's not Lego. It's you're promoting Brickmania and not promoting Lego. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So
yeah,
they don't mind it at all.
That's a good explanation on their part. I mean, they also have to understand that void is just being filled. They've chosen to not make things with that subject matter. Understandable. I mean,
understandable. Yeah,
I get why they wouldn't want to, but
they also
has to be made.
Yeah, exactly. And they're not stomping on them too. They're like allowing them to do what they're doing. You know what I mean? So they're not trying to like Dan went out of his way to be, you know, back in the days was like, what can I not do? Same thing with Joe from Citizen Brick. Like, what can I not do? And the answer is just don't do anything IP related that we're dealing with, and you'll be fine. Which is the reason why, like, you won't see Citizen Brick do Star Wars, like straight up Star Wars, or Brickmania doing straight up Star Wars. They're kind of hitting it every now and then because they're seeing other companies get away with it, but they're not infringing upon their IPs. Because what Lego doesn't want is for the everyday fan to confuse their product for their product, because they're not vetting Brickmania about every single thing that comes out. You know, same thing with all the other brands or all the other companies. They have no say in it. They're just going to post it. And if, you know, the normie community sees that and confuse, you know, a naked Citizen Brick minifigure for an actual Lego figure, you know, that's just bad juju. So like, they don't want to deal with that. So yeah, I get it. I understand, but they're not, you know, destroying them in any way or coming after them in any way, or you know, they're allowing them to exist, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Man, Citizen Brick gets away with some wild stuff.
Yeah, they get away from some crazy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so going to Brick World this year and seeing that setup, and I don't know why, but it wasn't until Saturday that it hit me. Wait a minute. They're here, and this room is gonna be filled with children. Oh. Wow. It's yeah.
I mean, a lot of it's like pop culture stuff anyways. It's not like you know, censored all the way. It's not like they're showing anything super inappropriate. It's a lot of it, you know, the parents can pretty much explain, me being a parent, be like, because my kids have walked up to a Citizen Brick table and be like, what is that? We're like, don't worry about it. We'll talk about it. But it's like, that looks cool. Like, no, it doesn't. Let's look over there. Look, dinosaur. So like they you know, it can be explained. There's nothing on there to be like, what is this? This is very inappropriate. You shouldn't do this anymore. Like, they don't have anything like that. So
no,
I think they'll be fine. And for Brickmania, you know, they like to keep their stuff historically accurate, but the one thing they will never do is put swastika on them, on their figures.
Yeah.
They'll never put those on the, on their minifigs, even though it will be historically accurate to put, especially like the Luftwaffe, a lot of their planes had the symbol on the tail. But, him being Jewish, he's never going to do that. And obviously he would lose out on German buyers because he can't have that type of paraphernalia on anything. So he just uses a brick just in the diamond shape. So, there's nothing like what these two companies, and then the other ones aside, like they know what they can't and can't do. So will they hit that? Will they tread that line a little bit? Probably, but they won't go overboard. They'll know exactly when they've gone too far. Yeah. So luckily, they stay in that lane, and that's the reason why they're successful and they're still here.
Yeah. I mean, they've been around for a while now. They know their business.
Exactly.
I couldn't believe how expensive Brickmania is. Like I
see it more now.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, it's a business, and there's a lot that goes into that. But holy hell,
yeah, it's hard. I still like really bat for why. I mean, I still do like just explaining it. Like why Brickmania, why a custom company costs as much as it does. Because one, they got to buy the figure already enough as it is. So that's at the aftermarket price. So that could range no matter what it is. And then they have to, take off, clean it completely to its base color. And then they got to print on top of that. But then you also got to pay for machines that do that, the paint that does that, the people who do that, the electricity, the gas, in their case, Brickmania has patents from the actual manufacturers of these vehicles. So they actually go to Lockheed Martin and be like, hey, how much will it be to rent this license to be able to get this toy? So they actually have to pay that vig. So, this entire overhead costs and, taxes and insurance for a staff of, like a couple dozen people, that's a lot of money. Yeah. So it's not like they're making, I don't know what the margins are for their sets, but it's definitely not too much. It's up there, but it's not like, I don't know if it's like 50%, maybe less, but they have a model as far as how much they need to charge, and people are, again, like Lego fans out there, if they're gonna buy it, well, they're gonna charge what it is. But it's definitely their work they will never be able to succeed or live at like $100 of what we think it's worth. So the business would fail immediately. And I know they're hurting right now, and I'm saying this publicly because Dan did it himself. Like they're hurting right now. Like the sales aren't there. Like he's, Brickmania is going to go through, a little bit of a struggle in the next couple months to a year, maybe two. And he doesn't know why. I could argue macroeconomics, because they are a premium product within a premium product. Hive, don't yell at me. Lego premium, I know it, whatever, but like they're up there, like, you know what I mean? Like you have to have some serious money to buy one of their stuff. Like it's not cheap. Like one jet is like $1,300, $1,400. Like one of their bigger sets is like a couple grand. Their most expensive set is like $8,000. Who's buying that? But somebody is, like, and I met some of those people, and these people have money. They're like, they had their CEOs, they're high-ranking officers in the military. Like they're up there, or that's all they buy. So that's how they're able to afford it. And those guys, if premium as far as like product, like everything else in life, like is the first to go when economics start to tank, well, Brickmania is going to be on that list. Because kids, even today, like their one minifigure is no longer $25 anymore. It's like $38, $40. So that's because they're adding 3D printed parts, painting on those 3D printed parts. They're adding a lot more things to it that would just cost way more money, especially if they have to pay off the machines that, to get that quality taken care of. So it's an expense, man. It's an expensive hobby or business to run.
Yeah. I wonder if it's worth it to design, I don't know, like a Corolla almost, like something low end that's still a decent product, but you could sell at a much lower, like basic price point. So it could actually be a kid's toy, because kids aren't shopping there. They just can't at those price points. But if you go in as the dad and you want to buy something cool for you, you can go and buy something cheap for your kid too, and maybe it would help things along. It's
They have, they have they've been bringing back the classic themes for them, like the more basic looking stuff, and that's where that falls in line. But still, though, like you tell a child, like I could bet this because I can test this because my kids. I mean, like they have $15, they can get a $15 Lego set, or this giant Mega Block set, or this like big action figure, or they can buy this one minifigure from Brickmania. So
Yeah, that's tough.
it's really just like what you can get out of it at the end of the day. And when you're spending $40 on a minifigure, you're not playing with it.
Yeah.
You're taking a picture of it with your phone. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, it's crazy that you think of military Lego. I mean, it's custom stuff.
Or just say all customs in general. I mean,
yeah. I mean, in my head, like military customs, you should be able to army build those.
Oh yeah,
like
I get it.
It just naturally goes hand in hand, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you basically got to be Elon if you're gonna army Brickmania. That's
I've seen people do it.
What?
But
Wow.
well, because they make these like large mocks and they need like a bunch of soldiers and stuff like that, especially if it's a very specific time frame, because they're trying to be historically accurate. But what Brickmania does, they offer sticker packs. So as long as you get the color of the torso needed, the sticker pack will cover the torso. And then whenever you're done with it, you can just rip the sticker off and you're done with it. And the stickers have been a very good replacement for having or effective way of being able to mass produce, like get this in mass without actually have to breaking the bank to be able to obtain this many figures. So you can get like if you're doing a snow battle scene, you can just get all the clones and stormtroopers that you already have, and then just put the German or US soldier sticker pack over them, and then all you got to do is buy helmets, and there you go. They're already skin tone anyways with Star Wars figs, so it works out.
Perfect. Okay,
that's how they do it.
That's much more reasonable.
Yeah, that's more reasonable.
Yeah,
but I mean, customs in general are just expensive, and it's very hard to explain to someone who just doesn't see the value in it. And again, value is subjective. So like if people don't think it's worth that, then they're gonna vote with their wallet. So a lot of people don't understand the reason why customs are expensive. So if Lego, if the macroeconomics are gonna continue on the trajectory that it's at, or lack thereof, it's those companies might feel it first than Lego itself. So kind of sad. I wish nothing but luck and love for them. Like I want Brickmania to succeed. I love Dan. I love the company. I love Joe. I love the company. I love K-Town. All those companies have supported me and have had my back. I want them to win, and it sucks to see them struggle. And I don't think they really are. I just think Brickmania, because that company's so big in comparison to the other ones. Like Joe's like a 4 or 5 man team or 6, right? And that's it. He has a warehouse, whereas Brickmania has multiple stores. They have a huge warehouse. They have a lot of people all over the place. They're dealing with huge military companies within the military industrial complex. So they have a lot going on. So maybe needs to scale that down a little bit, but we'll see. Hopefully gets through this storm.
Yeah, I can't imagine that overhead. That would keep me up at night.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't know. But he's one of the OGs, man. He's been doing it for a long time, so he knows what he's doing. So
when time frame here, it's been a bit now since the sail barge video. I mean that whole ordeal, whatever you want to call it, that was all just amazing.
Thank you.
That video, how long did it take to record that? Because you were in a lot of locations for that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I really just spent a couple days doing it. I'm a horrible land member. Like I get a set early. I have like one right behind me. I mean, you can't see this still in the box, but like I wait until it's like you could actually show it off to actually show it off or to open it. I even started building like all these other land members. I already have it built and the video's done and they post it when you can post it. I'm like, I'll get to it when I get to it, right? As long as I get it out before it actually releases, I'm good. But For that video, I didn't know what to do. That was my first large land set that I've ever received, and I haven't received that many since because I deny a lot of it. But I didn't know what to do, and I like talking to all these people who have been in land or who are trying to get into land or like what land wants, because I've sat in a room with Jordan, and he pretty much stated at Brick Slopes in Utah about what they're looking for in land, and it's pretty much like they don't want more reviews. It's just oversaturated of that. Like they're hoping they bring in someone from wherever because they do cool stuff, and they're hoping that they will be able to use whatever they get sent and make it special. And they're not. The easy thing that everyone just does is just going to review, because it's very simple. You get the product, you show off what it is, you see how much it's worth, or you like it or you don't, and it's over. Done. On to the next. It's very hard to do something special with a Lego set, right? It takes time, and you don't even know if it's going to win, because when you do a review, if you're one of the first ones out there, you're going to win, right? As long as you market it correctly, thumbnail, title, blah blah blah. If you do that, it's going to do well. If you do something special, you don't know, right?
Yeah.
And that video didn't kill it for me. It was no. But I also posted it like 30 days after everybody else saw the set and posted the reviews. And like I didn't market it well. I could just say that. But I think it was still a fun video to make, and I'm glad that everybody appreciated it, because it wasn't, I was just like, how can I make this special? Well, I'll just build it publicly with people. And the problem with that is I can't take it out in public until the embargo date. So I have to wait until it's officially announced to build that in public. Otherwise, I'm breaking the rules. So I waited till that day, and as soon as that day was announced or live, I just started going everywhere. I'm like, who can I build with? And I immediately went to the VAs, the Veteran of Foreign War bars, because they have a bunch of them in my area. So I went to all them, and they were all closed. So I'm like, well, this sucks. So then I just went to my local bar that I go to, so I can trust them. And then I was just like, hey, can I build here? And then that's when you started seeing people build. There's so many people on that video, not on the video, but that were building with me that I couldn't record because they just didn't want to be filmed. So I'm like, whatever, just build. There were a couple Lego fans who were like, what is that? Is that what it is? I'm like, yeah, come build. And just seeing that joy of letting other people like see a set that's not even out yet, that Lego doesn't even have out yet. And it's just like that was fun. I loved that. I didn't recording a lot of that, but that was a special thing that I kind of want to continue. And then I just like, okay, who else can I build with? Let me build my dad. I haven't built my dad ever. He does not like Lego at all, but having him build that was fun. We had a little father-son moment there. And then I went to another veteran's house, someone that's also in the space, and I built with him, let him build it. And then I just kind of put it together and made it more like a vloggy type of video. And then, people loved it. So have I done it since? Oh man, that was a lot of work to do that. No, I haven't. Just because that's a lot of work. And that's what it is. It's like, if you want to do something special, it's a lot of work. And if you had a lot of those, like if someone's giving a whole wave, how can you how can you succeed without doing a review? So that's like the ultimate question. And some of the people that they have entered in right now, like this last wave, like Ethan and Dom, who are Lego Master contestants who know how to build mocks easily. Ethan, I'm hoping he does something cool with the what he's given. So that's what they're pretty much looking for. So am I going to continue doing it the way I do? Yeah, I'm gonna try to. But it's just easier. That's not why I'm in land. I don't want to shove product down people's faces. That's not why I'm there. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean everything I saw from everybody, because everybody, at least that I associate with, saw that immediately and started talking about it, and how that video was exactly what land needed and could only get from you, and it wouldn't just wouldn't have come from anywhere else. And the product there was the community, not the set itself.
Yeah.
And on I don't know, the casual observer side of things, reviews are boring as shit, and they're just they're ridiculous now. And
there's only a few people that can do it right, Tiago being one of them. So
Yeah.
if we need
And
something, I already know who to go to.
yeah.
Like, there's no
And
point in me, even Ryan, like, there's no point of me reviewing a Star Wars set. Why?
yeah.
What am I going to say? But you have a voice. All those people have a voice. Well, just say your voice and then let's just put it out there, and it's coming from you. Like there's this whole thing, and I mentioned it before, when I did Sauce. So whenever you see that with him, we kind of get into it. Like, what do you want from LAN? And I'm gonna ask you this question right now, like, chat, Ken, what do you want from your LAN members or expect? And you can't say reviews because we're all tired of that.
Yep. I want interesting takes, I think. So Danny is a great example of what I want from LAN, because she'll do a review, but I like antics and like fun things. Like when she did the battle droid with the Stap, whatever it was, that video was fun. I didn't even acknowledge that was any kind of review. To me, it was almost like longer meme content, because
Yes.
it was goofy, it was ridiculous, but it was her, and it was a lot of fun. And oh yeah, that's what that looks like out of the box. That's what I want. I want to be entertained. I'm going to see the set anyway.
Yeah.
And it's most of this stuff, we already know whether we're going to buy it or not before we even see a review. It's like, okay, I know what the set is. I see the price tag. Am I going to buy it now, or am I going to buy it at 20 or 30% off?
Yeah.
That's it. I don't think there's a reviewer who's really going to push anybody one way or another at this point.
No. I think, and I've fallen into it too. I think like the days of making long videos of them, if you're not going to do reviews, very hard. But what can be done is through shorter form content. Like you don't have to review. Like the guys that are going to review it, they're going to review it. So you can go to them to watch a full length, slow video of whatever you want to watch. But everyone else, and I'm gonna use Ethan as an example. He does shorts and reels, and he can pack so much information and so much cool stuff within a minute 30. And I think people who are doing, I think that's starting to catch on. So like you're gonna start seeing a lot of like LAN members like doing stuff for like review content, but like in a shorter form, because one, it's quicker. You don't have to like do anything. Like for example, Brick Master Harry, when he takes a set and he's on a skateboard and he's trying to swoosh around with it, that's different, right? You're taking a Star Wars set and you're swooshing around. That is cool. That's still product placement because he's doing something cool that he loves to do. He enjoys it, and then you're seeing a new thing on the screen, and he's not saying a damn thing, right? Like that's I think what Lego's trying to get out of like people that they're sending sets to is like what. Okay, you don't have to be like this, blah, 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 blah. Like, do something with it. Have fun with it. Like, they want to see that. So they're hoping with the people that they bring on every wave is that at least some would catch on and start doing that. And I'm starting to see like people trying to take unique takes for sets. Yes, you're gonna get a lot of like review content, but you're gonna start seeing little special things every now and then. And I'm hoping to see more of that. So we'll see.
I would love to see Ethan do this is such and such a set, but make it good and actually go that route, because I think he could do that and make it funny, and his kind of presentation. And he also has the ability to make sets better if he wanted to.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he could change it up, and I think that's what they're looking for. They want you to take this and then turn it into completely something. Pretty much 3-in-1 every single Lego set. Yeah. That's hard. That is very hard to do. And then like Clever said, like there's no like this release schedule. Like it's insane. There's no way to be able to do that with every freaking set. So it becomes okay. Let me just take a picture and post it, and that's it, call it a day. Like I'm guilty of that. I just went.
Yeah.
And then I'll do something later with the set, and hopefully you'll see it. But You know, that's also the reason why I deny a lot of sets. Like when I get the offers come in, I'm like, I don't have time for this. Did I? And like with me, like one of the things that I promised to do is give them all away.
That's
So
cool.
every set I've gotten so far, I've given away. And if I can't think of someone to give it to, I just buy another one of them, which I've already done, and I just kind of put it in the stash of sets that I donate every year. So that's like more of the smaller like stuff that no one cares about. But like the bigger stuff, like instead of I also found it easier just buy you a brand new set, just ship it to you, than to like actually break it down. So like you know, every person that I've given the set to, I got them a brand new one. I didn't give them the one I built. I just, you know, Sean, perfect example. I just sent him a brand new set.
Yeah,
dude, I'm not
that,
gonna. You're
that
gonna
was
touch.
crazy one.
You're not gonna touch all of this, all of what everyone's touched. So you could just have the brand new one. And then I gave the barge to my father. So,
That's cool.
You know, again, that was a moment for us. Like I've never built with him, so you can have that set. And then for the fun part at this point, I mean, like I don't push it out there. Like I don't tell who got what. Like they just know. If they want to share that they got it from me, cool. If not, I'm not expecting it. But the fun part is deciding who gets what.
Yeah.
So it's been a fun journey so far. My wife doesn't like it. She's like the fact that I'm buying a set over again and then giving it to somebody. Yeah. But it's fine. A lot of the money that I make on social media just goes right back into a community. And I'm fortunate enough to be able to do that. And that's not something that every creator can do. So I don't want anyone out here to like bash anybody else for not doing the same thing. I've promoted on land to like, you know, just for those of you who are like in there that are running out of space, to give them up. And a lot of them do. A lot of them give up their sets. Like, you know, I'll shout out Harry, like he gave up a lot of the sets and he raffled them off. Like not raffle, like you have to pay to get into a raffle, but just stick a ticket. And he raffled them off at a local Bricks and Minifix. And they took all the sets that he just didn't want. You know, I know Jean, she gives it away to like friends, kids and stuff like that. The sets that she doesn't need or just doesn't want anymore. I know Emily's gonna say everybody's beyond a brick. They give all their sets away. They don't keep anything. So a lot of land gives their sets away. And I want that to make that apparent that, you know, although a lot of them are getting free stuff, a lot of them are giving it away. So it's going right back into the community. So,
yeah. You haven't been around long enough to get your first, I don't know, land gifted modular, right?
I did. No, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Okay. I got that was the corner.
Okay, so that one came from land. Okay.
What's it called? I just forget what it's called. Tudor Corner. Yeah.
Yes.
Tudor Corner was, I actually requested that one. Like it wasn't coming my way. And I just made like I reached out to land. I was like, hey, I do something with like modulars every year. Like I rank them every year. I would like to have this set early if I can. If not, no worries. And then they sent it to me. So what they sent to me the day before the embargo. So I was like, I'm not going to finish this anytime soon. So I didn't even get to release it until the day before it was released. So like December 30th, 2024, I was able to drop the video, or December 31st. I'm sorry. I was able to drop the video. But again, I'm fighting against people that already know what it is, already have it. And at that point, nobody cares. it's old news. So, but that was that again, I try to do something different, not reviewing it completely. I try to have my friends kind of jump on it with me. Because I like to rank video. I like making content for specific people and with people in general. So like I'll do small things, and Josh from Josh Build Stuff is one of those people. Like he'll do an inside joke in his video, and only that one person would appreciate it. So I do a lot of that. So I was really looking forward to doing some of that with this past video, but life. So I wasn't able to do it completely, but I was still able to do something with Kiwi. So he jumped on the video, and I still had fun doing it. And that was the first time I put like Luna, my daughter, in it long form video on her own with no purpose. Like she just wanted to like be in it. Like my kids they want to be in the videos, and I have to push them out and not tell them not to be in the video. Like, hey, you can't be in this. You can't be in this. And they get pretty sad when that happens. So when there is opportunity where I have to do something for Lego, like it's a paid contract or something like that for Legoland or something, like, hey, here's a perfect opportunity. So let's get in the video, guys, and then let's have fun. And they get super ecstatic and elated for those types of moments.
Is it a little nerve-wracking having your kids on social media like that? I mean, I
Yeah.
guess YouTube's not normal social media, but
No, I mean, still
it still
is. Like, I don't
right?
want. The thing is, like, I was so used to like in the early days when I filmed vlogs. I still have a vlog channel. I haven't posted much on there. I did vlogs so that way my friends from all over the world and family can see what the hell I'm doing. So I still have that thing that kind of stuck with me in the Marine Corps when I used to make motor videos. So I kind of carry that on to my Lego channel, and you don't see vlogs on my channel anymore. They're gone. But you can see them on my vlog channel, which is ShyTime Vlog. So if you I haven't posted a video on there in like literally 2 years, but I need to because I've attempted to, like, none of my Brick World videos are up. So I'm still 3 years behind.
Wow.
So inevitably you'll see them if you go that way. But they're in all of those, but those are not intended to be mass produced here. And I'm not making them do anything. Does that make sense? They're just there. That's the thing is like I don't make my kids do much. Like I don't tell them, all right, jump up and down and go crazy and say blah, blah. Like I don't do any of that. It's if I film them, they're at their natural state. I might give them a prompt and then they have to talk about it, but all of that is natural. For example, I did a video for Lego for dreams, right? Lego dreams, and it was about like what kind of dreams they had. That was like the prompt, right? Like talk about our dreams and kind of make a story out of it and build something out of it. That was a paid gig. So I'm like, okay, well, I asked my kids they want to do it, and they're like, yes, we want to do it. And then they wanted to do it like we had a podcast because they see me set up sitting on a Stoop all the time. And this one time I left it out when I record with Sean, and they just jumped on there when I wasn't watching, started like turning everything on and started playing with it, and they had a blast. Oh, no. So I'm like, okay, well, let's see if this works. So I didn't script anything. I just said, tell me about your dream. We recorded 3 different times for an hour each, and they're just talking nonsense, which is great. Like my wife and I enjoy this. This will always be a memory for us that's going to be hidden just for us. But I was able to take a minute out of all of that and make it into a video that is all like it's natural. Like if you listen to that video, that short, there's nothing sculpted because I have to pull stuff together, but there's nothing about it that's like a line, you say a line, jump up and down. It's just like I'm just recording them being them, and boom. So what I've also done is because ShyTimeIsMyTime is an LLC, I'm trying to figure out ways to be able to save up for them. And one of them is, having a Roth IRA, right? But they're too young to have a job. But because I have an LLC, I can hire them as employees as long as I have workers' comp. And then whatever I make just goes right into the Roth IRAs since they're ShyTimeIsMyTime employees. So it's another way for me to kind of like, I have to technically make them do stuff, whether like, because they are employees. So I'll be like, hey, just build one. Who wants to build? Just build this. Yeah, you build this part. And then boom, I got to write something up that I paid them for doing that. But they really like being on the camera. And I didn't intentionally doing that. They like making their own videos that you'll never see. They get their iPads and they do their things that they see on YouTube. And I'm like, shit. And they want to start their own channels. And I've told them, no, like you're not. If you want to start, you got to wait till you're an adult to do all that kind of stuff. So finding the social media thing with kids is already hard or enough as it is. And they're small still, but my son's starting, he's 8. So he's starting to understand what all of this is. He watches YouTube like 2 hours out of the weekend. Like he only gets 2 hours of YouTube time the entire week. So he saves it for Saturday morning and he watches whatever he wants to watch. And then that's it. It's done. Until, like we turn it off completely when he can't watch a video straight. So if he turns on a video and can't make it to the end, he's done. So, it's a struggle already to fight against them wanting to watch YouTube. It's going to be a struggle with them with social media, and they don't understand why I'm kind of keeping them away. But every now and then I'll give a treat if the opportunity arises. So it is hard, very hard, to keep them off the screen and to keep them from doing it. But they also like making videos, just like I did, like when I was younger. Like they want to record stuff and make a story out of it, and I can't deny them that. The only sad part about it is that I won't let them share it with the world.
Yeah, I mean they can share with each other, and
Yeah.
you can watch it with them and get
Mhm.
excited about it that way, right?
They make their fake YouTube videos, like they'll like, hey guys, blah blah blah. They'll like, this is what I got, but this is what I'm doing. Because they're not mimicking me because they don't watch my shit. So
Yeah,
they're watching like Mr. Beast and stuff like that. And then they're mimicking that. And then they just show me when they're done. Like I'm their audience. My mom's also their audience. Like my in-laws are their audience. Like my our siblings, like my wife and I siblings are their, so family is their audience. So there's no channel for them to upload or show anything on, but they keep them on their iPads and they just bloop, and we all get to watch it as a family, like a whole movie, I guess you would say.
that's cool.
So
How do you feel about them? Well, you said you had the gear out from when Sean was there. How'd you feel about them playing with your
yes.
gear?
I mean, they already play with it. Like they're in here a lot. Like they
Okay.
are. I don't have a rule where you can't touch the Lego. They can touch whatever they want up here. They can play with whatever they want. They have access to every part, all the bins at their disposal. The
That's
only
great.
rule is that they can't leave it out in the living room or in any part of the house. They either have to, if they take it out to the living room, they got to bring it back or bring it to the room or whatever it is. If they break something, especially if it's one of these, they got to tell me. They can't just like hide it on the rug just so I can put it back there. And that's happening. They've broken a bunch of stuff. So and they try to fix it and they tell me, and then we just build together. So the equipment, all in the same. Like I just tell them, like, if you break something or something comes apart, just tell me so I can put it back together. So they'll mess with stuff every now and then. And I've already kind of taught them how to like operate some of this in case they do mess with it. So with the camera, they know what they're doing. So it's not hard. So I don't mind them messing with it. So now they know how the podcast setup works. I taught them. I'm like, okay, you turn this on, you press this button, you hit record. And then I'll show them on like Final Cut Pro because that's Final Cut. That's what I use to edit. I'll show them what does what and how it does, like the process of it. It doesn't really retain, but they're interested. There's a spark there for it. I'm just trying to like balance that need to kind of post it on YouTube or anywhere else because I don't want to like give them hopes that this is going to happen, but I kind of want to give them the skill set if they really want to get into that world.
Man, your kids are already more advanced than I am. Unreal.
Yeah,
That's great.
they're just interested. They know I love it, and it's kind of just kind of filtered that way, and they love it too. So they're not making content for anyone to see, but they are making content for themselves, and they're enjoying the process. And I'm not going to hinder that. But as far as the battle they're going to, what you originally said, like it's hard to keep this from them. Like it's a very difficult thing. Social media, like I don't let them watch like Lego YouTube. Because the Lego YouTube they want to watch is like, the
yeah.
I can't stand that. Like I don't want them to look at that type of content. So when they're watching videos when it's like really playing with their stimuli, I have to stop it. So every now and then they'll watch like a TD Brick video or like a B3 video, or a Brick Science video or an MKM. Like I'll throw an MKM because they know him. Every now and then, but I don't let them watch it for very long. Like you can watch a video, that's it. So and I've nothing against that type of content. I just that type of farming it really jacks up their attention span. So and it affects my kids. I see it all the time. Like when we're watching a movie and they rewind it to watch the one spot over and over again, or they fast forward it because this section of the story is boring. That's like, I need to un-F that. So then when they start doing that, when I start seeing them doing that to whatever they're watching, that's when I'm like, no YouTube for the weekend.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, like, look, it's for your own good. Like your attention sucks. I need to work on that. So it's a struggle, man. It's something that we all have to kind of work on. And it kind of sucks that this is something that I do. It's not something I do for a living, but it's a hobby of mine. And they can't really enjoy it as much as I can. So, but I know control. They don't.
Have you ever thought of doing it for a living? Or are you enjoying? No. You enjoyed 9 to 5 life?
Okay, let me be fair. I have, but it would be hard to do this for Lego while living in Los Angeles. California is a very expensive, or at least not California in general, but like at least Los Angeles is a very expensive city to live in. It's a very volatile city to live in. One little mess up can screw it all up. And Lego, although I know how I can guesstimate how much the top creators make, it's only so many of them, and even that would not be sustainable living in Los Angeles. Fortunately for me, I have multiple sources of income. My work, my wife's she's a girl boss, so she's good. Why? And I have benefits. Like, why am I going to give that up for something that I only do because I love it, and I'm not trying to gain anything out of it? Does that make sense?
Yep.
But if I were to move away, like if we were to live in a less expensive part of the United States, yeah, let me run at it. My other source of income could sustain us for a while. But I like keeping a one arm's distance from all that. Like, I like keeping this to when I want to post something, when I want to do something. I still love it. Like, I don't want it to turn into a job. If it turns into a job, I'm not gonna love it anymore. It just, I need to focus on the next thing. Like what's gonna make like I'm gonna really dive into why this video sucked balls. Now, if it tanks, I'm just like, what could I have done better? All right, I'll focus on it next time, and then I move on, right? As you're supposed to do, even if you're doing it full time. But like if you're doing it full time and you're supporting a family, and this video sucks,
yeah, oh no,
you know what I mean? Like, it's very, I don't have that courage, I guess, to put it on YouTube. Does that make sense? Like, if I were to invest in other things, which I have, like, I have more faith in that to be able to do what I want in my life at this point in my life, because I am also older than most of these cats, than someone who can do all that. If I was doing this in my 20s, let's go. Let me go balls out. But I'm so far from that now. Like, it's every decision I make can be very detrimental to my children, and this risk of going full time is not something I'm gonna use to jeopardize that. I'm already in a good spot. I have a lot of ambition for other things in my life that are not Lego related, so I'm putting my money in that basket, if that makes sense. So different type of thing. So I love this. I love being here. I love the community. I love Lego. I'm in a spot now where it rotates. Make a video, pays for it. Pays for more Lego. Lego makes content. Content makes money. Money buys Lego. It just goes back and forth. Yeah. So
you get to have a free hobby at that point.
For them, right? I mean, I have to work to keep it free.
For sure.
But double free, because I like making videos. I like building Lego. It just funds itself. So that's currently where I'm at.
Cool.
And a lot of that I have to thank to Lego themselves, who give me paid gigs, like paid opportunity stuff. So I'm like, okay. So, and it's not like chump change. It's like, oh, how much for doing what? Okay, this is worth it. Let me do it. So, those are the opportunities that I love doing, because now this feels like it's a separation from ShyTimeIsMyTime, because I'm doing something for, like, I'm being outsourced as a contractor to do something for them. So I'm doing something that I love to get money for. And if it goes on ShyTimeIsMyTime, cool. If it doesn't, whatever. I still got paid. So, which then pays for the hobby, and then it just goes back and forth. So I'm enjoying that aspect of LAN. So I gotta thank Lego for that. And that those paid opportunities aren't from LAN, it comes from marketing. So they also pay outside LAN people to come into that. There's a unreleased sauce video with Gene. I don't know if I'm ever gonna release it, but we kind of talk about that. Like, LAN is just a filtering point for them. Like, if marketing needs like a specific type of person to do something specific, they will go to LAN first and be like, do you have anybody that can do this? And if they can't answer that, then they start going outwards. So it kind of cuts a lot of the red tape of like vetting. So like, let's say John Smith does great work, but Lego knows nothing about him. But they need John Smith to do this type of content, which John Smith does really good. He does it really well. They have to vet his entire stuff before they can get it approved to even offer him whatever they want to do. So LAN already cuts all that red tape because they've already been vetted. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So That's why you'll see a lot of land people get paid gigs. But you'll also see now. I'm starting to see it more now than I have been before, of people that are not in the program who are getting these paid opportunities as well. So it's not just land that's getting these; it's a lot of other people outside of land. So
all right,
it's not just land, but land definitely has helped me get those gigs.
That's cool. Yeah, I didn't realize that those kind of things happened, like for land members. I figured it would have been like a hey, I really want to do this if you happen to have room, but they actually offer them to you and pay you separately. That's cool.
Yeah, so there are, but that's not coming from land though. Let me get that clear. That's coming.
Well, it's the Lego group.
Yeah, the Lego group. Yeah,
right.
So they have a third party that kind of deal with this type of stuff. They're like Lego contractors, and then they look for the specific content creator out there for the specific need, and then they reach out to them. So let's just use the Herschel one for example, right? The Herschel collab with Lego. There were a lot of people that were not a part of land who got paid contracts to be able to showcase the bag. So that's a perfect example of that. There are so many people out there that are getting paid contracts through Lego to be able to do A, B, and C from marketing. So that does happen. I want to be transparent about that. So I don't know if anybody's ever mentioned out loud, but we did. I just never dropped that video. I don't know if I ever will. It's for other reasons. So we'll see. We'll see if we ever drop that one.
The Herschel one surprised me because I think I must have seen 8 of those in my feed in a row.
And I mean, like everything that releases, yeah. That one was weird because the embargo date for that was like the day of or the day before it was supposed to be released, right? But the people who got their contracts from Herschel, I guess, got an earlier date, so they were able to drop it first, and then people who got theirs from the Lego side were given the A-OK to drop theirs immediately. So that's the kind of game that you're playing when you have to deal with embargo dates. It's just like you got the whim of their legal teams.
Great. Yeah, I don't recall seeing in any of those videos where they were available. And then I think it was yesterday I got an email from Target saying that the new Herschel Lego collab is here. I'm like, at Target?
Yeah. I mean, it is Herschel. I mean, Herschel sells their bags everywhere, so it was going to be everywhere.
I hadn't even heard of them prior.
You haven't really?
Lego? No. Oh. No, I live under a rock. I've worn the same T-shirts for 100 years now.
Hey, I wear the same T-shirts every day because I buy all Lego. I don't need to buy new clothes.
Yeah.
But that was another thing right there too. So doing something for Lego, like if you were to watch my Herschel thing, you wouldn't even know it was a Herschel video until like halfway into the video. I think Hive said it best. Like he was watching the short or the reel, wherever he watched it. He was like listening to me saying advice to, go to a Lego convention. And then like all of a sudden I just dropped it. You use a Herschel bag and that type of stuff. That type of creativity that I'm starting to see other people do now has been amazing. And I'm starting to notice other people do it all over the place. And it makes me very excited. So I'm not taking credit for any of that. I'm just saying that now I think a lot of people within land have started to notice that reviews just suck. And if you're not a certain amount of people, why do it? So I think what people are getting or been complaining about for a long time, I think it's resonating with very seasoned land members, and you're starting to see more of that if you're paying attention, if you're open to it. Like that's the thing. Like you wouldn't know I just threw a Herschel video at you because you weren't paying attention to it, but I did.
Yeah, Danny Herschel just kind of made a cameo.
Yeah, they just made a cameo, but that was that was a video from them. So I hope to see more cool creative ways to product place, I guess you would say. And Lego's done that with Sauce for me. The 2 episodes, the one I did with Sean and the one I did with Katie, like I had to do that building build together.
Build together.
Yep. Yeah. And when I got that offer, I was just like, I don't know when I'm gonna release this. Is there a time frame? Because the way I do videos for that, or the way I do episodes, it's not gonna happen anytime soon. And they were cool with it. I'm like, all right. So but there was that did take priority over a certain amount of time, and I had to drop those. So that was interesting to be able to do that. I've had offers from other companies to put product placement in sitting on a stoop, and they offered me substantial money for it, but it didn't make sense. Like they're consumables, like there weren't anything to do with Lego, and I just don't feel right. Like promoting a brand that one is a consumable, and two, like doesn't make any sense to be here. So, you know, I am picky with that type of stuff, and Lego was a no brainer. That's an easy one.
You remember Wayne's World, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the product placement scene?
On Wayne's World 2?
Was that the second one? Or was it the first one?
The first, wait, the first,
it's like there's a can of Coke and then an ad for this and an ad, and they were just like naming off every brand happened to be in the scene.
He'll turn, I remember that. It was nothing like that. One of the brands that reached out wanted something like that, but they wanted it to come as natural as possible, and they wanted to do it like you would see in normal podcasts where they have it just sitting here.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's just sitting here, and then somehow I have to interrupt the conversation and talk about it, right? So I don't know if I'm ever gonna do that. It just didn't feel right at the time, but Lego was a no-brainer, and I tried it, and I don't know if it came off well because we were pretty much criticizing it the entire time. But I tried it and it worked. So, or it worked. It no one really complained heavily on it. I mean, people complained, but that was more against the idea of what it was, more so than me putting something out there for Lego.
Yeah.
So I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, but the way you guys handled those things, it was so natural.
Yeah.
Because that's how anybody else would interact with that. It's like, okay, what's going on here?
I don't get it. This is stupid.
Why doesn't this work?
Yeah,
Am I supposed to take it from you now? Yeah, I would imagine that's everybody's experience, especially.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I mean, I'm grateful for it. Let me. I feel like I'm just bashing on them. Like I'm very grateful for the people at Lego that I've interacted with, and I'm not. The dream for me is and the reason why I want to be a part of LAN is because I want access to them. Like I want to have people working that Lego designers, people that are notable within the Lego group on sauce. I want to talk to creators. I want to talk to designers and not talk about the set. I want to be like, why does Lego Star Wars suck? What's up with this shrinkflation crap? Like, obviously, I'm gonna be more tactful about it. I'm not gonna be like belligerent. But I want that. That's what I want. That's why I'm sticking into the LAN program, because I want the red tape gone. Like I want that access. I want that ability to be like reach out and be like, can I do this? And they'll either say yes or no. And I've already reached out like 2 or 3 times already of wanting to do something that Lego can be a part of that would benefit Lego in so many ways. And it got denied. And it had nothing to do with product placement. It was simply being present at these 2 things that I want, and then cost them no money. But because of even me being a part of LAN and the other red tape in front of that, it got denied. So, but this gets me 1 foot closer than me not being a part of it, because I have people to reach out to, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like at this point, I have a number of people that can CC everybody and just hope to God one of them says yes. So, will I ever have someone from the Lego group coming on? I don't know. I do plan on having someone from Bricklink coming on, since Bricklink is literally 60 miles down the road from me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, wow. They're in Irvine, California. So I already, Alex, he's probably gonna come on. Not anytime soon. I gotta still record that episode. But I am gonna record with them, talk about Bricklink. I want to record at Bricklink. So if I can make that right, maybe I could use that as a package. Like, look what I can do. I'm not trying to destroy or got you in any way or shape or form. I just want clarity on, why things are being done. Like if I can. And also I want to know why Brickmaster Amy is where she's at, or why with Brickmaster Jamie, why modulars are the way they are at this point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's a lot of questions I can get out of those, or asking Justin all these cool things, or asking the head of Star Wars all these cool things, or even ask some of my friends who became designers, like JB, Amy, like Boone, like, what's it like, dude? Is it really what it is? Like, is this the best job you've ever had? Like, those are the questions that I want to get out of, out of Lego if I can. And that requires me going to Billund. Unfortunately, they won't allow me to do what I want during like RLFM days. So I have to go on my own accord at a separate time and hope to God one of them will talk to me to make it worth it. And that's already like a $4,000 trip.
Could you just extend your trip and just stay for an extra 2 or 3 days?
I mean, I
'Cause that'd be a lot
mentioned that,
cheaper.
but it's when RLFM days takes place, it's also like fan media days and a full day. They have the fan media days, RLFM days, fan media days. I think that's the same thing. And then they have like the one that everyone can take part in at the Lego house, and then they have Scareback right after that. So the entire 2-3 weeks is already hectic for them. So there's no way I will be able to even stay. Because I mentioned that I can come a week earlier and just stay. I want to go visit. I want to travel Denmark anyways. But they're like, it's 2 things. So like, I think the best option, and I've already put in their heads, like, what if I just come in the slowest part of the year and just I'll give you a list of names. Just let me yes or no. If I at least get 20% of these names, it would have made a whole trip worth it. So I'm in talks with that. If it comes into fruition, cool. If it doesn't, I tried. So that's what I want. That's all I want out of land is that.
I'm guessing if they go and they give you the go ahead to talk to these people, they're probably going to expect to actually see the episodes, though.
Oh yeah. No, I think there's going to be a lot to it. I know I've done like these. For anyone out there that's ever worked for a Lego contract, there's a lot to it. It's not like you make a video and you're done. No. Example, I did. If anyone goes on kids.lego.com, you'll see the thing I did with Gene for Star Wars: Rebuild the Galaxy. We did like a 10 episode of podcast of that show on kids.lego.com. I'm not allowed to promote that in any way or link it because of the legalities of what that site's supposed to be. It's supposed to be safe for children. So I can't publicly be like, link here, go here, see this. But I can tell you, go on kids.lego.com, click Star Wars. You'll see 10 episodes, 11 episodes with Gene and I talking about Star Wars: Rebuild the Galaxy. So that was like, with the trailer, that was 12 different videos that I made, ranging anywhere between 5 to 8 minutes long. It was probably one of the hardest things that I've ever had to edit for anybody. Not because of what it was. It's just me doing 12 small episodes of sauce, but because of all the hoops that you have to jump through. So there's already a lot of rules. So one rule that everyone here will have a very difficult time doing is not saying Lego. You have to use Lego as an adjective. So the Lego group, Lego bricks, Lego this, Lego fans. You can never refer to Lego as Lego. You have to refer to it as an adjective. That habit already is hard enough as it is. So that was something we have to get used to. But when you do something for Lego with an IP, it has to go to legal, has to get checked off by legal. So once you're good with your handler, I guess, they approve it. Lego legal has to approve it. And then after that, because it's Star Wars, Lucasfilm has to approve it. So you'll get like one episode that I'll do would have 10 different drafts of me changing small, minute things that no one will ever notice. But because I said it, it's a problem. For example, first 3 episodes, Gene and I were talking about the sets, but we were showing it we're showing the Lego box, right? Not like, here, buy this Lego set. No, we're just opening it up, talking about why it's cool, how it's relevant to the show. One of the rules is you can't show a full Lego box on lego.com or kids.lego.com because they don't want to make it look like you can't. They're not trying to product place like in your face, right? I had to do a lot of finagling and voiceover to kind of play around with this. I mean, it could be in pieces of it, but it can't be the whole thing. So that was a problem. So the first 3 episodes I'm not proud of, but I did what I could. Sorry, my bad. If you ever go watch them, that's why it was. A lot of the context that we were talking about those episodes, like we can't get too heavy in Star Wars lore. It has to be digestible for children. So there's a lot of rules and stuff like that that's just really hard to break, especially if if you know Star Wars. Like Jean, it was very hard for her to be like not saying where kyber crystals come from and the true meanings of the red, and having it, to get a red lightsaber, this has to bleed. She couldn't say any of that. She had to be like, no, you have to get the kyber crystal, the color, and it chooses you. So like, it's it's not easy, and that's not just that, but anyone else that gets like a contract through Lego, they have to watch it, and they'll give you suggestions. And they'll be like, hey, can you not do this? Can we try this? Can we do that instead? And it's a lot of back and forth, and it can be frustrating if it's something that you're not used to. But when it's expected, you get like all the Lego stuff that you see that's sponsored ads that are not like product placement. So one of the stuff that you've seen recently for me, like the Lego Land stuff, the Dream stuff, that went through multiple iterations of like what they wanted, and it's a back and forth. It's always like they would want something, and I'll be like, I can't do that. They're like, okay, well then try this. I'm like, I can do that, so let's do that. So it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do, especially when you're working with like giants like Disney, WB, or even Lego themselves. It's definitely they're getting their money's worth out of you. That's for sure.
So where did you record that with Gene?
Here.
Like actually at your house?
Here, yeah.
Oh.
If you just check out those episodes. You don't have to watch.
I'm gonna have to.
I
wrote it down so I can go.
Cool. Yeah, everyone, kids.lego.com. Click on it. It helps me out because it shows that that people want to watch it. But we recorded it right here. It's Gene and I filming a very sauce-like episode for Lego, and that's what they wanted. They wanted something cool like that, and apparently they use it as an example for what land people can do, as an example, like to themselves, not like to us. That was new news for me, and I was really appreciative and humbled by it. So I think they're cool. I mean, I haven't rewatched them after I sent them the final versions because I was over it. So it'll be interesting to see it. Don't judge us by our Star Wars knowledge, because we did have to dumb it down. So that's another one. And just enjoy it for what it is. And remember, we're appealing to children, so we're not talking like adults, obviously, because it's for kids. Our voice isn't high. We're not high pitching our voice. It's just like we're being a little bit more animated, and like we're trying to like hype on specific aspects of it to kind of make it more entertaining for kids. And that's also why it's only 5-6 minutes long and not an hour. But Jean and I also did record a sauce episode on the side since she was here. And we don't know if that's gonna get dropped. So we'll see. It's on her.
Oh, it's on her. Okay.
Well, it's on me too. Like we said, like some things happen and we're like, not between us. It's just like, we don't know if it's like, should we say this? I don't know. We'll see. So it's not on the priority list of things to drop. I want to drop it, but it's I have other things to drop first, and she knows that we should just save it for the side.
And you also have another episode with her anyway. So it's
and as the thing, we're just saying the same things, like literally, but there's really not much on there. Like we really only spoke for like 30 minutes. Because we were so over. I don't know if she was, but I mean, I'm sure she was like over talking to me already the entire day, because we spent the entire day, 2 days, just talking to each other about Lego Star Wars. So it was rough.
Yeah. So in the remaining time, she had to try to get you to move to Texas.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I am moving to Texas, man.
Yeah. It's a different planet down there.
It's hot. I'm good. I love Cali. As much as we get a lot of crap from everybody, especially with our politics and or whatever you want to come at us with, it's still a great place to live. It's very expensive, but there are affordable places to live in California. It just won't be in the hubs of where people want to live.
I don't know. I was never a fan of California. I lived there for a little minute, but
where'd you live?
I was in San Diego.
Okay, come on. San Diego's like one of the most expensive cities in California.
Yeah, that was also 25 years ago. I mean, it was still expensive.
It's still expensive.
Your weather cannot be beat, though.
Never. And San Diego, out of every city, is probably the most perfect location.
Yeah, it was man, those were weird days. We got there New Year's Eve 2020. So right before, rolling right into 2000 to 2001.
Okay, so we're probably in the same. Oh no, 2001. You said you left 2001.
Yeah. I wasn't there for very long, but my birthday's in February, so cold weather. I'm from Southern New England. It's always miserable here. My 21st birthday, I was living in San Diego. I walked to the liquor store in shorts and a tank top. First time ever in my life, warm on my birthday, and I'll never forget that because
amazing, right? It's awesome.
Yeah, it was. I forget. It was like 74 degrees and sunny, and back here, I think it was like 11 degrees and snowing. It's like, man,
can't you just all we have for us is our weather, man.
Yeah, but
we do have that. We do also have good benefits in comparison to most states, especially if you're like having a kid.
Yeah, I couldn't do it just for the taxes. I mean,
taxes are high.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, not that it's any better here.
No, I mean, but we pay for things that most states won't pay for, like leave, like family leave.
Yeah.
Every other one's like, what's that? Like, well, if you get pregnant here, you're allowed to take your time off.
Yeah.
And get paid for it.
We're a fully self-employed household, so we don't get fun things like that anyway.
Oh. Yeah. You don't pay taxes? Oh wait, hold on, you don't.
Oh, yeah. Well, I pay taxes.
Oh, I'm talking about California taxes.
No, not like that. Yeah, we get the good old-fashioned 15% self-employment tax, which is wonderful right out of the gate. And
that's nice.
All that good stuff.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
No, I love
no requesting time off.
No, not if you're self-employed. It's all you, man. You got this.
Yeah. What is this? San Diego is like the best place to live on earth. Yeah,
it is. Oaktown knows. It's from north.
Yep.
Northern Cali.
A long way from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cali represent West Coast. Woo. Just saying. I love my state. I know a lot of states, especially nowadays, especially what's going on. Like a lot of people hate the state. But there's a lot of good people here. There's a lot of great places to live. Yes, it's expensive. Yes, taxes are high, but there's a reason why people like stay. You know.
Well, it's the worst of everything that always gets the attention.
Mm-hmm.
Which is sad.
It is. It's really sad. And now we have a huge target on our backs. So everyone here is just trying to fight it through, and we just get upset when it's just misinformation's all over our social medias. We're like, that's not true. What the hell is everyone saying that's happening here? It's not happening over here. It seems fine and safe. What's going on?
Yeah. I try so hard to just get information from people who are, on the ground living it. Mm-hmm. And just because it's so hard to tell. Every news source lies to you these days, or it at least feels that way. And the ones you trust, like, okay, maybe they got it as close as they could, but
there's an agenda behind it. That's the thing.
Yeah. There's an agenda, or they're only giving you a portion of the information. Like, everything they're giving you is the truth,
mm-hmm.
but they're leaving out pieces of the whole story. So,
mm-hmm. So we're getting a lot of that. We're seeing what everyone else is saying. We're like, oh man. And then I read the comments sometimes, which I know I shouldn't be, but you see a lot of people talking trash. And then people in California like, that's not like that. They're like, yeah, it is. Blah blah blah. I'm like, dude. But I still think, and I try to promote, California is a great place to live. It's pricey, but just like everywhere else in the United States, you gotta fight your way to live, no matter what state it is. Here is the same thing.
Yeah. So you mentioned comments there. How are your comments?
I don't know. I stay out of it sometimes.
Yeah, you stay out of your own comments too.
No, yeah. If it's the shorter comments that I get, which I get a lot, I don't really go heavy in those. If it's for my long form videos, I'll read every single one. I might not respond to every single one. If it's on a video that's like past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, past a month old, I won't respond to it. Maybe if it's really good, I might, but that's a general rule. Otherwise, it'll just be you wouldn't get off the comment section. It'll be stuck. But I get a lot from shorts and reels, and I stay out of those just because it's just so hard to keep up with those. As far as like shorter stuff, I'll respond. But I've read them all. I read every single one on the longer form videos, both on my channel and on Sitting on the Stoop. I want to respond to all of them, but I read them all. If you have a like by it, I read it.
Okay. How's the feedback?
It depends. I mean, it depends on the video. Like if I'm being controversial, then you'll get a lot of, negativity in there. As far as like everything else it's really positive. I get more positivity than I do get negative stuff. I did have trolls for a second, but I didn't really respond, or it's like you just don't, if you don't interact, and then it just kind of, they don't get anything out of you. So then they just stop. So I think I've gotten to the point where I just don't care. So I'll read all the good comments and positive ones, and I'll respond appropriately and with humility. The negative ones, if I feel like being a dick, then I will. But if I don't, I just like brush it off the shoulders and be like, all right, whatever. It's just the more healthier thing to do. It's just like not let the comments section hurt. I mean, the thing is, it's like what everybody says. You get that one negative comment among thousands of good ones, and that one negative comment is going to stick with you forever, all day, and mess up your day. And that has happened to me, but I've learned to like just let it go.
Do you get more trolls and negative stuff when it comes to military related things?
No.
I
will in like shorts, just because it's in more open source, that people can, like, a lot of people outside of Lego community that can comment on. So they'll see the hat, they'll see whatever, and they'll comment on the hat or talk shit. But as far, sorry, am I supposed to, can I swear here?
But doesn't matter.
Okay, cool. So they'll talk trash, and in that stance, so you'll get, especially nowadays with what's going on with our country. But as far as within the Lego community in general, it's been pretty safe. Again, like my content's pretty niche, so the pool of viewers out there are very respectful and polite. So it's, I don't really get any negativity like that.
That's awesome.
And I don't farm for it either, so like you won't know. I'm not trying to get it out of you. It's the videos like that are controversial, like why I prefer skin tone versus yellow, or yellow doesn't mean everybody type of videos. That's the comments, those are the comments that you'll get the negativity on, because you just have differences of opinion. So you'll have people fighting back and forth, which I don't mind at all. It's a good debate, and you guys can argue how much as you want. It only helps the video. But I won't let that suck me into a battle between wits. So I just let people say what they want to say. That's just what it is.
Have you ever thrown something controversial out there just to kind of tickle the algorithm a little bit and get things going?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm not gonna say I'm not a saint, but I'm not like, it's not something where it's extremely risque. It's it's something small. I guess I can't think of any on top of my bat, but it happens very minimal. Like it's a very minimal focus point for me, so I won't do it regularly. So I can't even pinpoint the last time I did something, just for some gigs to see what happens. If you could point one out for me so I can kind of talk to it, then that'll be great. But I can't think of one out of the top of my head aside from the skin tone one. Yeah,
I'm kind of immune to controversial things. Like I don't even notice that something is supposed to be controversial, because I'm kind of unbothered by most things.
So the where I bought where to get every single Lego Spaceman short. It's probably my highest gross video, continues to do well for some stupid reason. It's like, I think at 5 million views or 4-point-something million views at this point. Yeah, it's stupid. It's successful in two ways. One, everyone thinks it's Among Us. So anyone that has a Spaceman video that shows all of them, everyone's gonna think Among Us, and all those videos do well. Everyone I know that's done every Spaceman video, all those videos do well. That's something. So if you want to do one, you want to do a successful video, do that video. So I did it. So people like to comment to that. The thing is, because it's old, there's a lot of good things about that video. One, it's old. because it's old, there's so many other spacemans coming on. So people are commenting on, hey, you forgot this video, or you forgot this video, you forgot this spaceman, the new spaceman coming here, or hey, that's not the right helmet for the spaceman. You have the motorcycle helmet, it's supposed to be this helmet. And at the time that didn't exist yet, so I just put on anyway. Anyways, I don't or the other ones are they get into like LGBTQ stuff because it's on the everything is awesome stuff on that set. And that's the first image you see is the everything is awesome rainbow, and then the minifigures on it. So you're gaining people for two of those purposes. You're getting people from that community, and you're getting people that are against that community and want to talk trash about it. So when they actually click on the video, they realize this has nothing to do with any of that, and they don't say anything, but they still click on it anyways. I can tell because you can see what the trending videos are along with that videos in your analytics. So then you're like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. But because of all those factors, it makes that video do very well because people want to say something on those videos. And that is a video that I will not read the comments on. It's very, it can be very toxic.
Yeah.
Not because of like us as a Lego community. It's just because it's gone outside the Lego community. And that's the risk of it. Morning, Ultra. The Oaktown does the best. People love to vilify California just because they think all of us are arrogant, privileged people who don't know reality, and that's not true at all, which is totally correct. A lot of real life working people like live in this state, and you lived here, man. Have you driven to San Francisco from San Diego?
No, we drove.
How far north did you drive?
Let's see. When we went to San Francisco, my wife and I flew to Vegas and then drove from Vegas across and then up to San Francisco.
Oh, God.
That was awesome.
Oh, so you went to Reno and you came through Reno?
Yeah. We went over and we went as much out of our way as we possibly could. And I forget, we took 4 or 5 days to do it.
No, I'm from LA. Sorry. Go Dodgers. No, I get it. I've never done that before, so that sounds like an interesting way to go. But Central California is mainly farmland.
Yep.
I mean, that's part of what I was trying to allude to is how far north did you get into where you just ran into like cows?
Farms, so like we went and we went to was it the Steinbeck Museum? And
cool.
We kind of did that whole area over there, and that's not the California that kind of sits in your head when you think California. I mean, it did to me because I grew up reading Steinbeck.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So I love Northern California, man. Like my brother lives in San Francisco. If we were to choose a place to move to and live forever, my wife and I, my family, we want to move to. It's in Central California. It's called San Luis Obispo. It's like a small town. It's green everywhere. It's a small town feel. It definitely feels California because it's close to the beach and it's also very expensive. But like it has that kind of vibe. Not what you're talking about, but it's not California, but it's California. Does that make sense? Yes, I'm half Filipino. But I'm just saying, like if you have an opportunity, there's so many places along the coast that are it's just breathtaking.
What's the name of that scary ass road we were on? Was it
on PCH?
Yes, that's the one. Yeah, man, some of that road was nuts. That didn't even. I love
that road.
It is beautiful, but there were spots that were fairly sketchy.
Big Sur. Have you gone through Big Sur?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So by far one of the most pretty places to drive through.
Yeah. I forget where we were exactly, but we were driving and that road was narrow as hell, and you're trying to like sightsee but also pay attention. And then all of a sudden there was a gas station like up there. Like I don't know what was happening. It was a hell of an experience. That was cool.
No, that's I love my state. I'm very prideful for it. I just we have our problems, and so does everybody else. And I apologize that's the reason why it's so expensive, man. It's a good place to live.
Yeah,
we'll on F ourselves soon, hopefully, for the next 2 decades. So unless we burn down first.
Oh yeah, that's scary. we had David from DG Bricks on. He does an investing channel. I don't know if you've seen him. And he lost all of his inventory in the fires. And he told some of that story. Man, that was heartbreaking.
Where is he from?
So sad. He was like right in the heart of everything.
Which fire? There's so many.
It was what was there, like 3 at the same time that were going on?
Talking about here in LA, in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was a bunch. There was like, we were out like where I live, we were surrounded by it. So if you think of Los Angeles, right? You have this little small dot, or the small area that's downtown LA, and then you have the lower parts of downtown LA south is like, that's where the hood is. And then you have Hollywood to the left of it, and West LA to there. That's like all the richy area. And then you have 2 valleys right here that's surrounded by mountains, right? San Fernando Valley, San Gabriel Valley. It's still part of Los Angeles. San Fernando Valley, that's surrounded by mountains, that whole ring of mountains was on fire. And we lived like right here towards 2 of them. And then so we would go back to my in-laws who live on this part right here by Malibu. And then that was on fire, and the Palisade fire was like creaching over. So we're like, all right, let's go back home. But we had like no power for like 2 weeks. It was a rough time, but we were fortunate. We weren't close. Like our house wasn't in danger. It was in a yellow zone, but it wasn't in the red ever. I feel there were so many people that lost their homes, and a lot of people that I know lost a lot of Lego.
Yep. Let me see quick. I want to know what it was.
Sonoma,
Altadena.
Oh, he was out there. Oh wait, yes. I think I know about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible. And then the poor bastard. All of his inventory was uninsured.
Yeah, I think what did I see that? Was he here? I might have watched this here if he was talking about it here.
Yeah, he was on here.
Yes, I think I listened to it then.
Yeah,
I remember vaguely this story, and it wasn't Altadena. He didn't insure it at all. But he didn't live here. He actually lives somewhere else, doesn't he? This was at his
he's
home
in Chicago.
Yeah, he lived in Chicago, but it was in like his family home, right? Yep. And he had all his collections. See, I did watch it. I told you. So, right. He lost his family home. All of his Lego inventory is in there, and he had to start from scratch. I remember seeing some of those photos. Yeah, man. Altadena. If you don't know Altadena, the thing is with that fire, man, there were 2 major pinpoints of footage, right? You have your Palisades fire and your Altadena fire. Your Palisades fire, you're getting a lot of attention because it's like celebrity homes, and these like big ass like mansions and stuff like that. And what sucked is a lot of people thought in the Palisades fires, it was just, people are like, screw it, the rich folks are losing their homes. But a lot of people there actually is generationally passed, right? So they lost their homes and they can't afford to fix it now because it's gone.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of that. And Altadena is a community that I hoped one day to probably move to, only because it's a beautiful community. It's safe, and it's probably one of the most, if not, I can't say for sure, one of the most successful communities of color. What I mean by that is that LA is really full of, redlining. So if anyone here is not familiar with what that means, is like banks would only give loans to certain people based on the color of their skin within certain neighborhoods, keeping certain people out of other neighborhoods. Altadena was one of those, but it's just thrived in a very safe and beautiful way. It's not hood whatsoever, if that makes any sense, right? You don't see graffiti anywhere. There's no like homeless people anywhere. It's just successful people of every color, not just people of color, but white, Asian, Latino, Black, all living cohesively in one neighborhood, and it burnt down. It definitely hit hard for not only them, but a lot of people in Los Angeles. Because again, it's a success story, man. Like, you see the redlining down, there's a reason why Compton's Compton, Inglewood's Inglewood, all these places are just, it's because they're not failures, but it's just left low. Altadena was one of those that didn't fall in that trap. So, yeah. Hey, what's up, Bricks by Dre? I didn't even see you up there.
The hate for the rich people and having their homes burnt down, that one pissed me off pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Because rooting against any human being, I think, kind of sucks just in general. But I've been working in the trades for a long time, and I kind of think of it from that angle. It's like, okay, so these rich people lost their homes, they can afford to rebuild. What about all the employees and all of the jobs that were lost from those people? Rich people keep,
people, yeah,
the rest of us working.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that like gardeners, all of them lost all their jobs. The gardeners that had like whole neighborhoods, they're all gone.
Yeah,
they lost all.
And if you're doing 2 or 3 of those houses, I mean, that's full-time employment at that point.
That's like a $5,000 job in one day.
Yeah, yeah, you're feeding families,
No, that definitely
go?
impacted. Again, I've said it before publicly, but it was sad, but it was also a beautiful time in Los Angeles. I've never been more proud of the city, ever. Because that's the first time I've seen everyone like really, it doesn't matter where you're from, like it really just like everyone wanted to help these people. Like it just hit, right? Because our city failed us, our state failed us, like, but we still here, and anyone can talk trash as much as they want because we were getting hit hard politically, and we're just like, man, F you, you're not here. So let's just we're gonna save ourselves. And the power of the people, man, it's a real beautiful thing. It didn't last long, 3 weeks later, it was back to normal, back to status quo. But people were still willing to help, lingering post those times, and all the organizations came to help. Now we're just kind of trying to survive with all this mess that's going down with, what keeps this cold. But yeah, man, it's a scary time living here right now, dude. It just feels weird.
I don't know. Life has its way of figuring itself out, right? That kind of goes for humanity too.
Yeah, it's very the morale in California, and especially Los Angeles, is pretty low right now.
Yeah,
but we're trying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It seems like they're having a tough time over in New York right now too.
Yeah, they're not doing too well either. So we'll get through it.
Yeah. Well, I wish all of you the best of luck.
We'll be fine. California tends to always bounce back. We'll be okay.
Yeah.
We tax enough to afford it.
Yeah. Well, you also have enough people to tax that much.
We do. Yeah, we're fortunate enough to. Well, I mean, California's a beautiful place, man. A lot of people want to live here.
Yeah.
We have a lot of industry too. So.
Yeah, it's our state is so small that you can overtax the hell out of everybody, but there's still only 8 of us. Yeah, I mean, what are we? Was this the 3rd smallest state? Yeah,
wow.
I mean, Massachusetts is a little bitty.
You're like a couple neighborhoods worth of people here.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, California has, our economy is pretty solid. So we're okay.
Our whole state lives in like 12 square miles.
Oh my gosh.
Have you been to Boston?
No, I want to. I really want to go. So I want to go to one of my club brothers, like one of my good friends. He moved to Boston, and he's just like, "When are you coming here, dude?" And I'm like, "I don't know, soon."
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Choose your timing wisely.
It won't be in the winter. I'm not going when it's cold. It's gonna be at a more walkable time frame. But I'm excited to go. I mean, Boston's expensive as hell.
Yes, it is.
So to complain about San Diego, I mean, Boston is it's up there, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we're in the burbs. We're not right in the city.
It's still expensive, right?
Yeah. It's
not like you moved to like West Virginia and you're paying the difference between Oklahoma or like what's another mid state? I would say Utah, but no, they're great. Colorado, no, they're great. Nebraska,
Yeah.
Kansas, right? Going from San Diego to that. No, you went from San Diego to Boston. I mean, that's still.
Yeah. So is Nebraska the state that's like triple landlocked, where you have to travel past 2 whole other states to get to the ocean? I'm pretty sure that's Nebraska.
Oh, way more than that.
Yeah.
They're like in a dead center, man.
Yeah. It's like impossibly far from. I could never live that far from water. That just sounds.
Oh, yeah. Because
awful.
you're from one port to the other. Yeah, no, I get that. I think for me, my wife, she doesn't want to live too far from ocean. That's one thing for her. Me, I don't want to live anywhere that's flat. Like I need mountains.
Okay.
So that kind of that takes away a lot of the East Coast. But like, so anywhere along the west to like Midwest, not Midwest, sorry, like Utah, Colorado area. That's like as far east I will go. If I'm not seeing, it's very trippy when I go to other states and it's just flat. I'm like, how do you guys know where to go?
It's hard.
I'm so used to this mountain being my north or my south.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of just ride along the ocean, and anything west of the ocean is just too far away. So,
yeah, I get it. That's fine. Also, Legos move in completely, right? In Boston,
I believe so.
Yeah,
I believe so.
You're not far from there.
Yep. Well, they followed me because I lived in Enfield, Connecticut.
Oh,
yeah, and then I moved over here, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll come too." It was a.
Do you work for Lego?
No, they couldn't handle me.
Oh man, Enfield, Connecticut, dude. How's that?
I would drive them crazy. That is small town life over there. It's special. That's I don't know. Half of my family still lives over there.
Oh wow.
It's small town living. It is cheap. My sister's neighbor just put their house on the market. 1,600 square feet, 3-bed, 2-bath, $330,000. Can you imagine?
That's still pretty expensive for a lot of the country. Just FYI.
Yeah, but I mean, but like, you're still on a coast.
Yeah. But that's it. Like you could buy a Texas for that much. Like go to Texas and buy a house or mansion for that price. Yeah. But in comparison to where you live and to where I live, that is amazing.
Yeah. That's like free.
That is free.
Yep. Yeah. That mortgage is substantially less than my rent. Yeah.
God. Yeah. Don't even. My mortgage is pretty good. I luckily bought this house at a cheap price, so at a good time. So I'm coasting. So the hard part about leaving it, man. Even though I want a bigger house, it's like okay, I got to buy a house now over $1 million for half the size of this.
That is bananas.
It's just bad. So we're hoping that it tanks so we can buy a bigger house, or we'll just add a second floor to this place.
Yeah. Up is easy. I mean, depending on your setup.
I don't know, man.
We do a lot of upper levels.
Oh, but we want to expand the footprint on the bottom floor, and that's going to cause a lot of problems.
Yeah. It's down is more money than up.
Yeah. Well, not go down.
No, I mean because you'd have to put a foundation.
Yeah, you have to put a foundation. Yeah. Because we have to also break up our entire driveway, which is concrete. So that's gonna be fun, and then dig down, and then we have to redo where the gas line and water lines are because they wouldn't be able to be where they're at if you're gonna expand the footprint this way.
Yeah.
So
you just get absolutely every crew involved.
Might as well just start from scratch and bulldoze the whole house.
Yeah, that's fun.
No, I'm not even looking. We're just gonna buy a new house. Screw it.
Yeah,
it'll be easier, less stressful.
Easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the VA loan a one-shot deal, or do you get to use that more than once?
If you can only have one VA loan out at a time.
Okay.
So we use a VA loan by this house, but we're refinanced during COVID, so we are just in a regular conventional loan. So now I have the VA loan freed, and we can use that to buy another home.
Awesome.
So we can refinance that one with another. So we can keep doing this process over and over again, as long as there's only one VA loan out at a time. And it has to be the house that they use your VA loan for. You have to live in it, so you can't use a VA loan to rent out.
That's understandable.
Yeah,
I think that's a fair rule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they want to actually house you. They don't want.
Yeah, they don't want
Yeah.
you to use it as rental property. Like and when they're very strict when you buy a house, like you can't buy a fixer upper.
Really?
In terms of like unlivable. Like you can't, like you
Yeah.
have to have everything functioning. Like you can't just, half built house, you can't use it. No, it has to be functioning. It can be out of date. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just has to be functional. So you can't buy a crappy house. So if it looks like it's about to fall apart, they won't accept the loan.
Could you use it to buy a piece of land?
I don't know. I think it just depends. If I put something on the land like that I can live on, yeah. But I've never tried that. Then again, I don't know if I'd waste a VA loan on land.
Well, I mean, land with the intent to put your house on it.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I'd use it to build a house. I guess. I don't know. I've never really thought about that process. I'd probably use a VA loan to build the house, and then use another loan to buy the property.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I could do both. Yeah. But that's a good idea.
Where would you even find land for sale out there anyway? I guess
up in the mountain. Yeah, no, that's a hard one. It's a hard one. So just
there ain't a lot of land left.
Well, it is a lot of land. It's just a lot of land you want to live in.
Yeah,
that's ready for you to build something on. Like has all the function, like has all the stuff that you need, like sewage, electricity, stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you want to build out in the middle of nowhere, I mean, that's as long as it's not on federal property or state property, you'll be all right.
Yeah, we're actually doing some of that. We got another project coming up in Maine. It's 2.5 hours from here or something. But you can buy an acre of land up there for 35 G's. Put a house on it for 150. Live a good life.
That's something that I want to do. Just buy land, and build a brand new home. Problem is, all developers are taking up all the places that you can build on.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Well, and up there, you have 4 or 5 towns sharing a school, and the school systems are terrible. And at 16 years old, the kids have nothing to do but drink and drive on unpaved roads.
That's the thing of when you find affordable houses out here, that they're all in crappy areas where there's nothing to do. So their teenagers are running amok, doing stupidity. So that's also another factor and variable that we have to focus on, is making sure that we go into a neighborhood with a good school system. So life, man.
Yeah.
And I'm out of Lego space, so I don't know what to do.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a reason for an addition right there.
Mm-hmm.
Complicates things. Yeah, what are you going to do with the after you get a couple more modulars? That's going to be tough.
I'm going to build a new shelf. I think that's going to be in the works.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little deeper, probably another foot outwards this way. Should be able to fit rows upon rows. I'm just going to build this differently. Like, I didn't build this with the intent to fully use it like that, but it kind of took it over. But I think I'm going to redo it the proper way that I feel like it needs to be able to house like depth worth of modulars for at least for the next decade, if that makes sense.
Is it hard reaching to the back?
No.
Step
stool. Yes, I can reach back there. It's not hard.
Okay.
But again, like the way I'm going to build it, I should be able still to reach. The top shelf is not going to go wider. It's going to stay how it is. It's just I'm gonna build it. It's because it's flat like that. I'm gonna build it in a slant, so the bottom shelves are going to go outwards. So the furthest down is going to have, it should be able to house at least 12 more modulars.
Wow.
Until I got to figure it out again. At least what I have written, drawn up. So it's a matter of actually doing it.
Yeah. Well, 12 more modulars. That takes a long time to do that.
Yeah. So I'll be cake. I mean, I could fill it right now with a bunch of crap, and then just take them all as time progresses. So I probably might do that either this year or next year. So we'll see. It really just see. It really depends if time permits.
Yeah, you got to let your schedule slow down a little bit before you can even.
Never happened, man. I'm a busy dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, actually, on that note, I just looked at the time, and we've been going for 2.5 hours, closing in on 3. And you got a shitload to do.
I didn't mean to talk so much. I'm sorry.
No. I know you got a lot on your plate, so I'll get out of your hair and let you do what you do there.
I'm just gonna eat. I'm hungry,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
I'm
more than a
starving.
slice of pizza. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, man, I appreciate you hanging out tonight. This has been awesome. It's been a
No,
real
dude.
thrill to hang out.
Thank you for having me on. It was great to finally meet you at Chicago. I'm happy that you're out and about, like talking to everybody. It's great.
Really enjoying it. The
Yeah.
community has been unreal. It's been a really
So,
good time.
if you ever need anything, man, I'm only a phone call away. Just reach out. I'm always here for you.
All right, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Everybody, good night. We will see you next week. And who's on next week? Jeff Sends It will be on. It'll be a different kind of show. He's a $25 million a year e-com seller. He's with
Okay.
with a secret Lego room.
I need to learn something from that guy.
Yeah. It's Jeff has done very well. He's been in business a long time now, so that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, folks, we will see you next week. Shy, thank you again. I appreciate it so much.
Thanks for having me. All right, guys.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Peace.